Box, have you found any for us?
Yeah,
Who's gone to Brad Descent?
Yeah, it looks like it's Maxi Linton's gone to Descent. Darnell Greck's gone forward as well, so they're going with that one as well. Josh Galea forward, by the look of it too.
Leslie with the first tap out to open up round 16. McLaren got wrapped up in the tackle. Remember, there's 2 Descents up forward, so Linton's gone to Geordie and Ryan Hearn's gone to Brad. We'll keep an eye on that one, Boxer, as we do a secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground. Leslie taps it down again. Boyd Bailey this time the first to it. He was wrapped up by the opposing midfielder in Jack McLaren.
Looks like there's a bit of bat and match difference in height down the back for forward for Sale too, so just going to watch that with very cautiously more.
All right, Leslie, front position, nice tap. Can he find a teammate? He can. It's Allison. He's taken the ground. Likewise, a nice tackle laid by Cooper Whitehill. Keeps the ball in the area. That area being grandstand wing.
When does a centre clearance cease being a centre clearance?
Well, exactly. They've had 3 or 4 attempts and neither side has been able to clear the area, although best opportunity went to Tainch. A free kick has been paid Morwell. Advantage to be paid.
Oh, no.
I thought should have been. Wasn't. Umpire calls it back, so the free kick will go to Tyler Brown. Just forward to centre half back. Kicking to the highway end. Nice lead by Grest. Oh, nice take. He wanted to take it on his chest when he really needed to extend the arms. And now a free kick goes Sale's way. It goes the way of Jack Johnston.
I'll tell you what I'll do. The matchup that I'm going to be really keeping an eye on is Tristan Wack and Hudson Holmes.
Yeah, good
this afternoon. It'll be a brilliant matchup this afternoon.
Johnson squares it out wide. Here's the man in question, Mitch Bowd. He looks okay. The knee was fine. The right kick nice. Found Cooper Whitehill 70 metres out from the Magpies' goal. On the far side of the ground here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. Goes into the pocket, the shallow pocket. Quigley has to spoil and couldn't do so in the end. The mark is taken by Shannon Lang. He's outside 50 though. The man on the mark's 49 metres. Goes inboard towards Brad Descent on his own, but he dropped the mark he should have taken. Geordie was there. Handball's back to the brother in Brad. Somehow the ball comes out. Anderson got it too. Flicked it on to Walsh. He left the footy behind. Head over the football was Johnson. Squeezes it out to McLaren. Snap around the body. He's missed it. And he's just snuck it home for the minor score for the first time on the Virtue Home scoreboard this afternoon.
First scores come at the 2-minute mark of this first quarter. Virtue Home scoreboard, 1 behind to Sale.
All right, Taylor Weatherall brings the ball back in for the Tigers and went searching for his teammate, who I thought might have been taken high, but in the end it was called fair. It was Kane Martin from Sale that came in to add some body to the ball, and right on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, there'll be a boundary throw in. Sale into attack. Leslie gets the tap. Can't find a teammate. Umpire will take control.
So 45 metres out now, Box.
Quicks is Aidan Quigley. That is. He's actually going with Shannon Lang too at every stoppage. So I'll keep an eye on that one for the afternoon.
Out of fresh air from Bailey. Goes to a dangerous spot. It goes to 7.5 back. Linton was there. Just come off his shin. Hillier comes to support and help. He gets a shepherd. Gives a handball off to a run to Jacobson. Inboard to Bailey. Quick kick under pressure. Centre half forward, downfield, Whitehill gave it away. Will the advantage be paid? Galea twisting and turning, right foot ran down from behind. And Shannon Lang's been pinged and the advantage now will be paid. As quickly Bound gets it out to the outer wing. Harry Ronke collects, handballs backwards 20 metres, goes towards Allison. Right foot kick to half forward. Hearn will close on Brad Descent. Descent with a nice little tap to McLaren, wrapped up in the tackle. And the umpire was quick. McLaren dragged it back in too, so he was lucky the umpire said my ball. And we're going to stoppage half forward flank now build up. They lead by a point to the Magpies.
And Leslie gets another tap. 3 or 4 metres is what he's gained. First player there's going to be Lang. He's taken a ball and all. Umpire says nice tackle. You're rewarded with a free kick. Going to go the way of Aidan Quigley. Right half back flank. Just inboard the boundary. Goes short. Finds teammate. Nicely done. That plays McAuliffe. Right half back flank. Goes along the line. Long lead is on. Can he find a teammate? I reckon he can. No, kicks to open space. Now the race is on. Tainch, first player there. Needs the bounce. Doesn't get it. Tyler Hillier to Whack. Whack went searching for a handball. Couldn't find. Hillier comes in. Lends some body. And the umpire says it was a legal body, Hillier. Free kick. Right half back flank. I reckon it's Freeman that gets the kick. And he'll send the Magpies forward.
Just really quickly with the umpires. They're just really quick with the whistle at the moment too. Yep. So
just let it go a little bit. Drives the kick towards the wing. Doesn't find the target. At ground level there was Anderson. Squeezed it out to Cooling. Little chip over the top to Grech was good. Back to Cooling by hands. His right foot kick. Inside forward 50. No. Front spot there was Whitford. And he's taken the mark. He switches this one out wide to Tainch. He's at half back flank for the Magpies. Slows things up. He's got inboard kicks. He goes towards Holmes. Whack just sags off the mark. Wants Holmes to play on. He's really slow. You got called to play on now. He has to come lateral out wide to Lockie Ronke at his toes. Play on to the umpire. Closing quickly, McAuliffe then got legged. Hudson Holmes was there. Twisting. Right foot click inboards. Beautiful to Wallace. And he takes the mark unopposed.
All right, so Wallace considered Hudson Holmes as an option, who ran past Holmes' right-hand side. He ran past the right-hand side of Wallace, who kicks inside forward 50. Sale first opportunity. Good tackle again, forward 50 by Morwell. Locks the ball in momentarily. Kane Martin, check side on the left leg. Just a bit tight, a bit thin, and one behind.
It's a great tackle there by Blake Cooling too. He had to make up a lot of ground, and actually it saved him probably a potential goal.
Virtue Home scoreboard, 2 behinds to Sale, and we've played almost 6 minutes.
So Bailey received the kick out of full-back, went to Walsh. They're hard up on the boundary line, right in front of the Legends bar.
Dangerous.
Kick towards the boundary. Beautiful kick in the end of Musil.
Nicely weighted, wasn't it?
Very nice kick. Musil's got it right in front of the canteen here at Morwell, where Nick Lucchino does some very fine work before we come on air. He kicks down the wing area. Quigley will be the target. Holmes comes back. Had to spoil in the end. Quigley. Hillier had to be clean at ground level. Couldn't pick it up the first one. Shuffled out there from Wallace. Quigley goes again. Wallace head over the whack. Says, I'll just pick it up. Run out of the stoppage. Kick it a half forward. On a long lead is Gallier. Dropped the chest mark. Has to go again. Squeezes. Tries to handball. Then fakes the kick towards McDonald and over the top Will Leslie.
Talk about mouth-watering matchups, though. Leslie and McDonald's going to be a ripper this afternoon.
Square it across to McKay, and the Magpies are away through Tar Bound.
They are too, so Bound, controversially in, out and back into this game, goes along the line they do, the Magpies. The race is on, and leading that race for Sale now is Harry Ronke. Harry Ronke on the end of it, goes inboard. Nicely done. Adam Wallace, outer side wing. Sale leading by 2 points. We've played 7 minutes. He goes long inside forward 50 only just. I tell you what, given the air
and 50
on that entry, I'm not sure how the player got so much time, but Harry Ronke again.
50 metres as well.
On the end of that mark.
I like a little bit of spite in this game at the moment too. There's just a little bit of niggle. I'm just predicting there might be a little bit of an explosion very shortly.
There could be. Harry Ronke, as a consequence of that 50-metre penalty, walks up to the goal line, takes the kick, and the umpire says, no, let's do that again.
So Linton straight off for the Tigers after giving away that 50.
Yeah, look, it was late-ish. Not sure that it was worthy of a 50, but these days what is, says Ronke gets the first of the afternoon.
I think the demonstration just proved how much it probably did be a little bit silly. The fact that it was already inside 50. And that gets them their first goal of the afternoon. But one thing about the Sale side this afternoon already, if they'll actually measure in rotations, they've rotated that bench incredibly high already. So it'll be interesting to see what ploy they're actually working through there.
And the first goals come at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. On the Virtue Home scoreboard, Sale 1 goal to 8 more yet to score.
Again, Leslie tapped it down. Bailey just nice little tap back to his ruckman in Musil, who kicks to half forward. Whitford went back, couldn't take it. Well done by Darnell Grech. Inside 50 on this occasion. Gets towards McDonald. Leslie, we know he's got some pace. Does extremely well. Wins it. Gives a handle off to Lang. And Lang chips it over to open space. Brad Descent will come through like a steam train. He left it behind, though, the footy. And now Quigley comes in for the Tigers to reload. Over the back. This time McDonald's got the set. Well done by Hudson Holmes. Goes to ground level. Diamond will close. Handball there from McDonald to Judah Leake. Got one over the shoulder.
Yep.
And Judah Leake will take the free kick.
I don't mind when they're quick with the whistle, as long as they're quick with the whistle when the free kick's there. And that was definitely there. Head over the ball there by Leake was great work. Great work by Brandon McDonald too.
Yes.
It was great one-on-one work there, and he kept the ball inside 50. Gave him the opportunity for this free kick. Just got to kick it now.
Tigers trail by 8 points. 9 minutes gone into the first quarter for Virtue Homes as Judah Leake comes in. Kicks towards the open cut end here at Morwell. Right foot pushed it across the left.
Yeah.
Might not make the distance. McDonald tried to take the mark in the end. Gallier does. Claims it. And the umpire said, you got to take it in the field of play.
Well, if he took it out the field of play,
on the full,
I would have thought.
And it seemed to be seemed like a clean mark from here, but we're 100 metres away.
So Leslie contests the ruck. Doesn't get the tap, though. Nicely done. Ford was a Gresh. His big body kept Leslie at bay. He got the tap down. The umpire will take control. We're 15 metres from Morwell's goals. They're kicking to the highway end, right of radio. Sale 1-2-8. Morwell yet to score. Nearly 10 minutes gone. Gresh again contests the ruck. Kept in, or was it? Nathan Whitford tried to, couldn't. A boundary throw in 10 metres from Morwell's goal.
Probably we're going around the grounds today for Gippsland Furniture. Sorry, Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. I'll get it right, don't worry. But I'll get to there in a minute.
Ball back in the front spot there. Carlson tried to get it off Leslie Tap. Wallace, quick handball out to Jack Leslie, who kicked it. Got out defensive 50. Cooling was there. Handball over the shoulder to Bailey. He's quickly wrapped up in the tackle. Somehow gets out of it, gets a kick away. Freeman at ground level. Did a bobble? No, the umpire said it was a mark. And Freeman will take it for the Magpies. Looks up, inboard kick is going to be turned over. Darnell Grett quickly handballs off to Bailey. Flying shot at goal, and no one in the goal square. And it bounces through. And the Tigers get the first from a turnover out of the Sale defence.
Yeah, it was fantastic play then too. And it's just that added continuous pressure they were put on that Sale side. And that just that errant error there from Freeman. He'd be ruined that one then too because he gave it to his direct opponent. Which I do like the fact that they played on it immediately, and a great goal there by Bailey.
And that first goal for Morwell has come at the 11-minute mark, and on the Virtue Home scoreboard, Sale 1-2-8, lead Morwell, 1 goal straight 6.
And prior to the game, Scud, you pointed out that their secondary ruck stock is thin.
Yep.
Usa will contest this one against Leslie, but Leslie gets that tap down comfortably. Whack in there contesting the ball hard. You'd think it might stay in there. The umpire wants to let the ball play, but he can't. But I noticed that Gresh was doing the ruck work up forward for Morwell. Not the tallest person, but certainly strong.
Yeah,
the ball now, second bounce.
Yeah, you're spot on. I'll let you continue to call. They want to need to win these outside ones to the Tigers.
Yeah, they do. So out of sight of the ground, though, looks as though Sale are going to win this one. Whitford, first player there, gets a kick around the body, threatens the forward 50, doesn't burst through. In fact, finds itself over the boundary line, 60 metres-ish from Sale's goals.
Just quickly, those around the ground scores in the AFL so far. It's the Bombers 4-7-31, lead the Eagles 4-2-26, and Adelaide 4-1-25 to the Suns, just the 2 points.
So Musil and Leslie again, we'll say that plenty of times this afternoon. We're going to do it again because it went straight over the boundary line.
And just in case you missed it as well, last night, 19-12, 126 to the Tigers.
You don't
10-11-71.
Updates, mate.
I'm just reading the message I got from the phone.
Don't have to go on past. Again, this time, Leslie in the front spot. Over the back, McAuliffe works hard at ground level, as does Tyler Brown. Was wrapped up by Brad McKay.
The feedback's about 70% positive at the moment for the joke this afternoon. So
yeah,
that's the area
about 70%.
Yep. And this time, Musil does get the tap down. Coming through was McAuliffe. Gave a handball up, though. Magpies try and win it back through. And again, it was Jack McLaren on that occasion.
Unfortunately, the 30% is coming from our sponsor.
Area 365 jumped on board.
Fantastic.
Leslie with his tap down. Bailey picked it off, though, for the Tigers. Kicks it towards the wing. 1-on-1. Greg in the front spot. Trying to rove it there was Campbell. Oof. Great work by Hudson Holmes. Twisting, turning. He's in trouble now. He got his handball away. McAuliffe was there to swoop one over the Tigers. Right foot kick in front of Gray. Can't complete the mark. Second effort was okay, though. In there was Campbell. Sweeps the handball inboard to McAuliffe. He's got company for the Magpies. Back to Carlson by hand. He goes backwards to Bailey. Kick inboard is beautiful. Changed the lanes and found Darnell Grech. And Grech will turn around. It'll be 1-on-1. Leslie and Brandon McDonald. Good battle. Front spot McDonald. Spoil from Leslie was good. Comes to the front. Cooper Whitehill quickly swooped on it, wrapped up. And now we've got the stoppage in the Tigers forward 50.
Brandon McDonald's playing into the hands of Leslie at the minute too. That 1-on-1 he just loves. And he's got an incredible reach too, Leslie, as well. So probably needs to get a little bit more space in between, doesn't he?
He's quick too, Leslie. What do you want to do? Get on the move and let him run away from you? I don't know. It's tough.
It's tough all round, yeah. McDonald is grabbed by Leslie as we speak.
It's just that get your feel of the body, push off, and just maybe get that few yards.
Protect the drop zone.
And protect it.
And get there late.
Yeah,
Gresh got the tap, tried to get the possession, couldn't. Nice clearing kick from McKay towards the half-back line. Musil, nice mark in front of Leslie. He'd like that early in the game. 14 minutes gone, first quarter. Kick to open space. Leads on!
There it is.
And not pay yet. Umpire should have and did pay the mark. Nice lead it was too.
Exactly what I spoke about.
And Morwell now have the opportunity to bring up their second and also grab the lead through Tyler Brown. Brandon McDonald it was on the lead. So, good work, Brandon McDonald. We said he needed to lead on Nick Licino. Special comments. Our expert, he listened carefully. He finished perfectly. And Morwell have hit the front.
It's just that confidence thing there too as well. So, as long as he thinks about what's been happening in the first 15 minutes of this game, he just hasn't had any separation from Leslie, and he got that then. But the ball use by Morwell has been fantastic. One thing I do really like at the moment is Dan Musel around the ground, but Darnell Greck's presentation as well across half forward, big body,
yes,
just like the way he's been presenting.
And the Morwell hit the front at the 15-minute mark of this first quarter on the Virtue Home scoreboard. It's 2 goals straight, 12 to Sale, 1 goal, 2-8. And Morwell leading the inside 50s 9-3 at this stage.
Darnell Greck takes the ruck dues and actually wins it over Jack Leslie, mind you, and tries to do a little bit of groundwork. So I was just about to say this is where the Magpies might get a little bit of ascendancy in these clearances, but Darnell Greck did really well. This time it's body on body. Leslie does tap it down, but Bailey was in the front spot. And Cooper Whitehill, is it a run with roll there, the 2-7?
I think it's, absolutely. I think it's a smart move by putting Greck into the middle of the ground. Just a little bit of hard body, pushing it around.
And gets a good little leap over the top, wins the tap. Out the back, though, was Jaden Allison for the Magpies. Gets into the wing area where Paddy Tainch leads Zach Carlson. The chase for the football. Tainch head over it, then wrapped up by Carlson. And the ball pops out. Again, another good tackle. The pressure's been good on Lang. Sweeping handball from Allison to Jack Johnson. 49 metres, make it 45. Wobbly flying shot. Under pressure goes out of bounds on the full. And the Tigers' pressure is good.
Yeah, I love the way Zach Carlson just hung back off the initial tackle and waited till he got possession.
Gresh off the ground, looks like he got a bit of a poke in the eye. Whack comes onto the ground. Interestingly enough, at one stage there, Whack, Gresh, Musel on the sidelines as Morwell bring the ball out of defensive 50. Turns it over to Allison, goes inboard. They've got some room to wiggle. Here we go, nicely done. Is that Bodie Walker?
Bodie Walker.
Bodie Walker. So Bodie Walker, a chunky 5'10", long sleeves, left half forward flank.
Looks like they use electrical tape for his number.
It does.
Oh, he's 21.
Yeah, it's not your traditional numbering. I'm not sure what sort of
I just found this one.
Format that is.
Watch Shannon Lang just drifting inside 50.
So Walker now from outside 50. It'll take a decent sort of kick, let me tell you. On that left leg, off the boot, looks neat.
Whoa,
it looks accurate.
wow.
It looks beautiful and a contender. Under no pressure, but a contender nonetheless for the Zambrero goal of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. He had full of confidence. We just actually didn't give him any, did we? We didn't give him any chance. Kicking from outside 50, but maybe that little bit of advantage, though, to that bottom end. The wind is just pushing towards then, so he got a little bit of elevation then for the win. Great goal, great big goal then by the big fella.
And back into the lead goes Sale at the 17-minute mark of the first quarter. They lead by 2 points on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Sale 2-2-14 to Morwell, 2 goals straight, 12.
So Musel back into the ruck duties there after Greg got poked in the eye. There'll be a free kick to Sale's way, holding the man to Jack Johnson in the middle of the ground. He's got Whitehill lateral, but he goes directly straight down the middle of the ground. Front spot there, Brad Desson. Big spoil by Hearn. There's Lang in the front spot to Martin. Under pressure, missed the footy. Dives on it again. He's in a bit of trouble. The umpire's quick. If they wait and let it sort of play out and then call it, you might find that this game might just either flow a little bit better. Stoppage inside 50. Over the tap there was Jack Leslie with a tap. Boyd Bailey runs on this again. He's been prolific in this first quarter. Kicks it out wide. The pace was on. Cohen Campbell, nice little step, gets back inboard. Then he just left the footy behind. Diamond was there. Squeezed it back to Holmes, now to Johnson. And out wide is Tainch, who can just slow it down and chip it over the top to Lang. And the free kick.
That'd be 50 or a report. Yeah, it's a 50.
Was the free kick, was he going to...
No.
What's happened? He go 15 metres,
well,
though.
he's actually, the player elevated in the air, and the Morwell player...
It's a free kick at best.
Giving him a poppy roundhouse in the guts. That's why he's done that. I saw that clearly.
Really? Well,
Yep.
see, I don't think it's either... The mark wasn't paid, so it can't be a...
But can I just say it was a dumb move by the Morwell player. Let's be... If I can see it here clearly...
There's 2 50s, and they're going to cost them 2 goals.
Exactly right. Shannon Lang will be the one to have a shot. What we think... Is it with a breeze box or he just...
Yeah, a slight breeze.
Slight breeze.
It'd be a slight breeze.
No real advantage. Just Shannon Lang comes in, does not miss and puts it through the middle. And now, all of a sudden, the Magpies get out to that 8-point margin.
Yeah, the first 2 goals, obviously 2 out of the 3 goals already, as Poppy mentioned, have come off some, some probably sloppy work there by the Tigers as well. So something they need to retune quickly. Otherwise, they'll continue giving away goals, and they'll bleed goals for the wrong reasons, because they've got off probably one of their better starts of the season so far, Morwell.
And Shannon Lang's goal takes Morwell back to an 8-point, Sale back to an 8-point lead at the 19-minute mark of the first quarter. 3-2-20 to Morwell 2 straight 12 on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Leslie gets the tap but can't find a teammate. Morwell actually a nice tap forward, and Hillier goes looking for Whack. Whack needs the bounce, gets the bounce outside 50, sums up the best option, goes to Bailey. Can he find that player? He can't. Kept in the forward 50. Who's going to get on the end of it? Oh, I tell you what, just so close for Morwell was Tom Gray, who almost went without the ball. Now Sale clear the area towards the grandstand wing, where Sale lead the race for the ball. They do it through Brad Mackay, who is held in ball and all, right half forward flank. So Morwell kicking to the right, the highway end of Morwell Recreation Reserve. 20 and a half minutes gone first quarter. Morwell 2 goals, Sale 3 goals 2. Leslie and Musil to contest the ruck. Musil gets the front position. Neither player got the hand to the ball. Hillier, a little left-hand handball under pressure. Leslie, a kick off the ground against 30 metres. The player who kicked the last goal was Whitford. Right-handed handball, couldn't find a teammate. Good body by Morwell to keep the ball around about that half-back area. That's half-back for Morwell. The umpire may take control. No, he plays a free kick. He's going to go Morwell's way.
Yeah, Quigley will be the one to receive it. Big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club tonight. Don't forget, Pot and Palmer, only $20. They've got the brand new function centre open as well.
We'll be there tonight.
Quigley kicks down towards half forward. Whitford with a big spoil. Gray has to work hard at ground level. Tries to shove his opponent out of the way. Hillier quickly wrapped up. Did he want one over the shoulder? The umpire said no. He tried to lift the shoulder, and it'll be a stoppage at half forward for the Tigers. 21 and a half minutes gone. And they trail by 8 points at the moment. Head over the football there is McAuliffe and Johnson. And again, the umpire will do ruck duties.
Sky just quickly around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. 1 Thaggy 3-1-19 to Warragul, no score.
From that stoppage, it got thumped towards the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in now at the 22-minute mark. Half forward flank there for the Tigers. Leslie and Musil out the back. Leslie tries to tap it open space. Carlson might run onto this one. McKay wrapped him up at the tackle and just held onto him a little bit too long there, did Brad McKay. So Carlson wins it. Wants a leading target in forward. He goes in the direction, but the umpire said, hang on, we're going to bring it back because we want you to just wait, slow things up, let the players go back, and then we'll take your photo and you can have a kick.
I just don't understand why we do this.
Just call play on. If he's off the mark, if he's not there, call play on. Carlson reloads again, kicks near the same spot. This time Jack Johnson said, well, you're going to do that. I'll take the intercept mark.
And he did. Jack Johnson, with Morwell's goals 40 metres behind him, goes to the right side, and I reckon that's Freeman who's got the ball just outside defensive 50. Along the line he goes. Nice kick. Finds Harry Ronke. He's been busy enough. First goal of the day from memory. Goes to right half forward flank. Oh, nice mark at the end it was too by McGuinness. Jonty McGuinness in a pack of players. Took the mark. Played on quickly. The kick not so good. Cut off by Ryan Hearn.
Oh, no.
In fact, he dropped what he should have taken.
Second bite he missed there, Pop.
Yeah, I looked away thinking he had taken it, and I think he did the same.
Yep.
Spills over the boundary line inside Sales forward 50. In fact, 30 metres from Sales goals. They lead by 8 points.
So ruck duties there now. Campbell blew it in the back half. Johnson was there to read it. Gave a handball away to McGuinness. He got slung around as he tried to get rid of it, and the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. So at one end of the ground, Musil will do the ruck duties in the middle. Blewett does it down back, and as we said, Darnell Grech doing it up forward, just trying to save the Tigers' ruck duties at the moment. This time it's up against McGuinness. That's Jonty, tapped it down. Jack Johnson's been busy. Bailey wraps him up in a tackle. Stoppage. 45 metres out now from the Magpies' goal. They lead at 3-2-20, and the Tigers are 2 straight 12.
Some couple of good wins there for the Tigers as well. I think Hearn's, shut down Brad Descent so far, and we haven't seen Geordie Descent too much as well so far in this first quarter.
Jonty taps it out the back where Quigley was the first one to go there. McGuinness had to do a bit of tackling work, and again we've got another stoppage, and I'll hand it over to my co-caller this afternoon on TRFM. It is Gippsland Live, all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Here's Rob Popplestone.
Now we're just going to clear the area. There's Nick Lucino, prepares to rabbit punch me in the ribs, and little does he know that I've got a little bit of samurai in me and I'm prepared. Inside forward 50, so I'll try to break through the area.
Not going to say anything.
I'm now assuming the Karate Kid position in preparation for what might come.
Where'd you learn the samurai?
I was going to say, where did you learn that?
Wasn't that show called Monkey?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
40 metres from Sales goals. Lang, quick handball. Martin, no, quick kick. goes towards goals. Mackay it was. Morwell have stood pretty firm, giving away a couple of free kicks. Whitford around the corner. No, can he find a teammate? He can. A quick kick for goal came from Mackay again. But this one's offline. Every point helps. And that is no exception, Paul Carter.
9-point lead on the Virtue Homes scoreboard to Sale. 3-3-21 to Morwell, 2 goals straight 12.
Anderson rolls in to bring it in. Will kick towards Musil in the front spot. Big spoil by Jack Leslie. Front spot there was Darnell Grech. Took on the tackler, handball over the top to Cooling. He got a handball away to Musil. Another one to due to Leake. Good build up. Can Leake get rid of the footy? He wants the boundary line. Didn't find it. Allison said, I'll pick it up. And now go inboard. Bailey and Lang. And Lang ripped Bailey's head off. And they go to Lang. Bailey says, I'll take the footy. Half-back flank for the Tigers. They trail by 9 points late in the first quarter for Virtue Homes.
11th disposal for Bailey.
Kicks towards half-forward. Just worked out of that one.
It was just really silly play by Morwell. Everyone had already led before Bailey got ready to kick.
Need a switch, don't they, Box?
They just got to move the ball differently.
Yep. Bowen goes short to Whitford, who's been pretty good. Now Mackay, centre of the oval, right half forward flank, races on. Kane Martin leads that race. He's under pressure. Dances onto the left just as the siren goes. And the umpire calls time. It was an entertaining first quarter that went for just 26 minutes, but we saw 5 goals scored.
We certainly did. 3-3-21, the Magpies. They lead the Tigers at quarter time. 2 straight 12. You're listening to Gippsland Live. It's quarter time, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
What I've seen when you saw that, when they execute that well.
Let's see how the second quarter pans out. Big tap. This is for the Moe Racing Club this afternoon. And a quick hand. McLaren gave it to Lang. The Magpies are away. Tainch missed the handball back to Lang, so he had to go get it. He did well. He got a handball back to McLaren, who was quiet in the first. His handball to Holmes. He kicks to outer wing, where Shannon Lang ran on and takes the mark. But they're wide, and they haven't gained too much meterage. Hard up on the boundary line, far side of the ground. The Tigers get some numbers back. Chips to the top of the 50. Jack Johnson just with brute strength in front of Anderson. Takes the mark quickly. Handballs off to McLaren. The midfielder will have a shot at goal and get to the goal line. Brad Descent. And it's Geordie, in fact. Geordie Descent takes the mark, and that was just a little bit too easy. The Tigers' defence seemed to be a little bit relaxed. And Geordie Descent took an easy mark in the end.
Yeah, three of the 5 goals kicked this afternoon so far has been from quick play. You know, so the quick handball off, get the ball moving, get the defence under pressure. Exactly what Sale did here right now. Brad Descent just needs to finish off.
Does not want to start like this for the Tigers. The Magpies are up and about as Geordie Descent gets his first goal. And all of a sudden the margin gets into double figures.
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong Descent. I actually said it was Brad. But that was Geordie. It was a good little start then too then by the Magpies, and they just got quick movement. And the Magpies will be just saying themselves, if we keep this movement going, we might be able to be a lot more in front if we continue this sort of form.
And Sale's goal come up right on the 1 minute mark, and they go to 4-3-27 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. They now lead by 15 points over Morwell, who are on 2 goals straight 12.
Got an injury in the box too. Nick Lucino's gone down.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
A cramp. It's only early.
Ball thrown down. Who's going to clear? Free kick's going to go Morwell's way. Well, in fact, it's going to go Sale's way. Jack Leslie, the recipient, plays on. Goes straight down the gullet. Can he find a winner? He can't. It's going to be Morwell's. Oh, just went straight through the hands. And now an easy kick for goal from Martin. Hits the right post. So rather than kick through the ball, decided to kick along the ground, as sometimes players do. And that time it didn't come off. So Morwell to bring the ball back into play.
Through Zach Anderson. We'll come to the near side. The target might be, it is Tyler Brown. Takes the mark. It was a low darting kick. He wants whack on the wing, and he's all on his own. He does get there. Can they play it fast?
Oh, he wanted to go too.
He handled over the top to Hillier. He got it through to McAuliffe. Took on the tackler. Has to handball forward.
Free
whack.
kick.
Yep, downfield. We'll go to, is it downfield or at the time of the handball?
Well, it has to be downfield because the tackle wasn't illegal.
Yeah, exactly right. So they're going to bring it back though. Half forward flankers. Now McAuliffe chips over the top. He finds Dan Musil 45 metres out. Not the longest to kick in the club. He will look to pass this off.
top of the arch.
He runs around, does Musil from 49, and that little bit of extra oof just might get there. No, with a big spoil from Hudson Home, rushes it through. And on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard,
Moore will go to 2 goals, 113, trailing Sale, who are 4-4-28.
A lot more awareness from Morwell at the moment. They knew Dan wasn't going to actually get there, and he had no choice then too but to play on.
So Hudson Holmes to bring the ball back into play. Not a lot of players inside defensive 50, so he's got room to run and uses that room to go straight down the middle, looking for and finding Jack Johnson, or is it Brad Descent? Brad Descent goes towards half-forward flank. Gee, a good contest behind play there. Martin and Sam Walsh. Neither player could get the advantage. There was desperation shown by both players. Well done. The umpire will take control, though. Right half-forward flank at the moment. Morwell 2 goals 1. Sale 4 goals 4. So Morwell really desperate to get the next score on the board. Descent taps it forward. Went searching for Lang. Didn't find that player. Cooper Whitehill opened up the door for McLaren, who kicked to the top of the square. One hand to it. Play on was the call. Nearly dragged it in, but Sam Walsh is going to lead all players to the ball but be beaten by the boundary. 30 metres from Sale's goals.
the Tigers just allowing them to win the ruck duties, but also allowing them to get it on the outside too now, which is dangerous. You don't want Lang running onto him.
Oh, you don't. He's dangerous in traffic, but when he's got room, he could be absolutely a killer. The ball cleared by Cooling. Blake over the outer side of the ground. All too easy, the mark taken by Whitford. So Whitford now kicks inside forward 50. Should be a Morwell mark.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Nice take it was by Max Linton.
Great grab.
So Linton goes towards the outer side. Nicely done. I've just noticed, I reckon I was calling Whitford for Walker before, wasn't I?
Yeah, we're a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Because I just thought about calling Whitford Walker and realised that I'd been calling Walker Whitford.
5 minutes in, second quarter, margin at 15. There's Leslie, that's Jack. Has two sort of bites in the ruck duties. Taps it out there towards Jacobson for the Tigers. Lang was at ground level, got it to McLaren. He squeezed a handball out to Taint, who kicks it inside forward 50. Geordie Desson, big spoil by Linton over the back. Front and square there was Lang. Gets around, not quite the tackler. Had to give it to Jonty McGuinness. Comes the other way, does Geordie Desson. Now he gives it back to Brad Desson. Has a turnaround flying shot. Linton will fly, and Johnson will beat both of them.
What an incredible mark.
It was a magpie inside a tiger sandwich and
Yep.
he pulled it in.
Unbelievable. And Jack Johnson now kicks as you like backwards to Lang. And if you don't know who the best player on the park is, it's either Johnson or Lang. You'd want to make sure you've manned him up.
This is the great flexibility in regards to the Sales side. Johnson, a renowned backman. We've seen him go forward many occasions and play an incredible role. He's just doing that right now.
This is Lang's sixth disposal and have just hit 6 minutes of the second quarter.
And he's already got one goal. So he has 6 touches
In this quarter.
in the quarter.
In 6 minutes.
In 6 minutes and a goal. What did he have in the first?
A 7.
7. 13 touches and make it 2 goals. This is some sort of performance from Shannon Lang. It's some sort of effort to go back-to-back weeks where he kicked 5 last week and had 39. He's on track for doubling that.
Well, is he a chance now that he's had a possession every minute that he'll get 23, 24 possessions this quarter? Or not?
Possibly, but I bet he doesn't.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
He's a great player,
He's a good
Shannon Lang.
And that takes Sale out to a 21-point lead. We're at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. The Moe Racing Club scoreboard has the Magpies on 5-4-34, leading Morwell 2-1-13.
And let's see if Lang gets another touch right here.
Into the middle, and Lang is around it. Can't get it this time, but does put on some pressure on Quigley. He might still just get it, because this could be, holding the ball, no.
And I was going to say in the first quarter how well Quigley was going on Lang, but it just goes to show the class of Lang just to break away from that sort of close-knit.
Free kick will go to the Tigers, and it's Musil in the middle of the ground.
So Musil plays on towards Wack, who's got a little bit of room. Handballs nicely. Bailey, a left leg. Wrong side for him. Needed the nice right leg. Went inside forward 50, searching for. Couldn't find a teammate. Bound goes for boundary. The umpire says deliberate. Morwell will get the free kick. It's going to go Josh Galea's way. Now, if he's anything like his old man, he'll kick for goal. He's not. He kicks to the top of the square. Can he find a teammate? He can. One touch, two. No. Falls to the front of the pack. Nicely done. Under pressure was Hudson Holmes. A quick kick from nowhere touched. Came from Rowan Diamond's handball and a behind.
taking Morwell to 2-2-14 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. 20 points in arrears of Sale, who are 5-4-34.
Under pressure there, the Magpies defence. Holmes comes in, chisels a kick towards Lang and takes the mark. Here's another touch. Quigley tried to make him earn that one. Quickly plays on by hand to Hudson Holmes, who ran on, then drills a pass on the chest to Geordie Desson. Now they've got runners again. Back by hand to Holmes, to centre half forward. The target is McLaren. Anderson will spoil.
Nice.
Couldn't do so as McLaren takes the mark. He gets up, looks around. Lots of numbers now inside his forward 50. He went short to Kane Martin outside 50, not 15. The play umpire said gives it back to McLaren. Hot spot again. Jack Leslie's back there. Geordie Desson's in the front spot. Ronke was there as well. Took on the tackler there of Jacobson. He dropped to his knees and wins a professional free kick. And Jacobson wants to quickly go, but there's no options forward of the footy. He decides to kick it anyway. Judah Leake had to fly. Campbell was there. That's Cohen. Back with Freeman. Handball's back inboard to Hudson Holmes. Took on a tackler of Cohen. Campbell got through him. Little chip kick goes down the line. Beautifully done. And found Adam Wallace.
I noticed Lang had another little quick handball in that passage.
And whack.
50.
And there's number 3.
So a 50-metre penalty. Whack was in the protected zone, they called it, did they?
Yeah.
And was he?
Well, he said the player went one way and Whack went the other.
And I'm trying to work out whether it was the stand rule, and then it wasn't the rule because he said you're in the area. So obviously he's talking about.
He was a long way from the area when I saw him.
So this could be 3 goals for 50-metre penalty.
Is it a free or a mark?
He took the mark and then got paid 50 metres. Adam Wallace comes in and the Magpies have got 3 goals from 3 50-metre penalties. And they extend the margin. It's out to a game high, 26 points.
Take that away though too, Scud. Tackles have to stick. Okay,
Yes.
so Morwell's had a lot of opportunity already this quarter, and we had 3 or 4 opportunities here where Hudson Holmes could have been tackled. And you know the tackles don't stick, kicks get made, free kicks get given, and then we've got 50-metre penalties that are going to cost you goals.
26-point lead, as Darryl said, at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. That lead to Sale, 6-4-40, leading Morwell 2-2-14.
All right.
They better switch on, the Tigers. This is season over if they get done today.
Oh, there's a blowout coming.
So they've got the best players in the centre. Well, they've got Whack, got Bailey, they've got Hillier, they've got Usul, and Hillier, the smallest of all. In fact, it's McAuliffe, goes inside forward 50. And he finds a teammate. He can't just at the minute. Trying desperately to keep the ball around the half-forward line. Goes over the boundary line, and there'll be a boundary throw-in. Left half-forward flank. Morwell into attack, and desperately needing a goal or 2. They'd love to get 3. 4 would be perfect. 5 would put them in front. 10 minutes gone. Second quarter. Sale with possession. Quick kick. Sale's direction. Oh, nice. Well, gee, I thought pulling that one in for Morwell was Carlson. He couldn't. Around the ball, they've been good. Free kick's going to go Sale's way. They're just trying to work out. No, it's going to go Morwell's way. Held his hand in the wrong direction. Ryan Hearn, left half-forward flank now. Will play on from the man on the mark, who is Johnson. Kick to within 30 metres. Need a winner here. I reckon front position's paid, Mark. Yes. Brandon McDonald. He's got 1. He needs 2. Morwell desperately need their 3rd.
It was a good lead coming in too. I think what's happened with the Sale defence is they were thinking Tom Gray was going to go for the mark, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you know, Brandon McDonald found himself in the front position and was smart enough and aware enough that the ball sat clear in his hands.
So McDonald needs to find the centre, and he's gone left. They're the ones that kill you. Suck all of the energy out of the whole side, and as a key forward, you can't miss them, Scud.
No, they kicked 2 straight in the first. Now they kick 3 behinds to open up this second quarter, and they trail now by
25 points, 6-4-40 to 2-3-15 on Murray Racing Club scoreboard. 12-minute mark, second quarter.
Just got to be careful there, Boxer, don't they? 2 forwards leading to the one spot, 2 on 1s or 2 on 2s. They're not going to win too many of those as out of full back. Leslie takes the mark, got it to half forward. Walker dropped the mark that he should have taken. Blewett was there, got held when he tried to win the footy back. Walker comes in high and pulls his head off, and the free kick will be over the shoulder. Quick handball across from Blewett, gave it to Cooling. He goes short to Judah Leake.
Much better.
Turns around, can go inside forward 50. Open forward line again. This time McDonald. Good spoil by Leslie. Front spot there, Hillier wrapped up in a Will Leslie tackle. And the umpire quickly again says, my ball.
Sorry, Scott, that was Will Leslie. Put the spoil on.
Yep.
Didn't think he was going to make the spoil. And then it had enough balance to get the tackle on as well to Hillier. Good work.
He is lightning quick off the mark. He's cat-like in terms of your reflexes. And quick kick out of there from Lockie Ronke out of mid-air. Got it outside his defensive 50 to the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 13 minutes in. The Magpies have kicked 3 goals. The Tigers have kicked 3 behinds. And that's the tail of the tape. Big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club.
You were a bit cut-like back in the day, weren't you, Poppy?
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Yeah, but you got 9 lives. You only got 1 left.
Yeah. And from what I understand, it might be gone tonight. Ball just outside 50. 45-degree angle.
All the best.
Yeah, good luck tonight.
I'll tell you about that at half-time.
All right.
Morwell 2-3, Sale 6-4, 25 points to the visiting side. Sale, who sit in 5th. Morwell, their opponents today, sit in 6th, a game and percentage behind. You do the math.
That's
Important result. Free kick will go Morwell's way. It goes the way of Blake Cooling, laid the tackle. And now will take the kick from right half forward flank. Looks up, runs diagonal, kicks to the danger zone. 10 metres out from goal.
Right.
They've got the sit. They'll take the mark. Play on to Cooley. Drop what he should have taken. Can't believe it. And there, the chances that cost you games.
Well, they certainly are. It goes to a hot spot. You work your player underneath the footy, and needing to complete those. Dead in front. We're going to stoppage again now. Top of the square. Taps down. Hillier puts a tackle on Whitehill, and we'll do it again, Pop.
Yeah, they need a goal desperately here. We've played 14 plus minutes second quarter. Morwell 2-3, Sale 6-4.
When we get a chance, I'll do some around the grounds too. And people ask them, just be patient.
Okay, won't be long. Ball thrown up. 15 metres from Morwell's goals now. Whack took the ball, laid off a handbook. Can he find a teammate? He can't. Well, he can, but the teammate was over the boundary line. Let's update some scores.
Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. In the Gippsland League, Warrigal 1 straight 6 to 1 Thaggy 3-1-9, and that was quarter time. In the mid-Gippy, Morwell East 8-3, 51 to 2-2-14.
Out of the ruck duties. Greg got it down to Whack. Put a big, strong tackle on. He got a handball away. They'll be over the shoulder, they said, against Whack. Boxer, back to you.
See what I don't understand, though, there too. Sorry, Scott.
Got to go Morwell's way.
Sorry, they've pointed the wrong way. You're right.
That's better because the tackle was on. He's gone to kick and he's had an air ball. So, to me, that's holding the ball.
Yeah, and Tommy Gray has been rewarded for that, and you're exactly right. So the free kick to Tom Gray, tight angle for the youngster.
And this is the one they'll get.
Yes, that's right.
Directly in front, no. Drop mark in front, no.
Yep, hard up on the boundary line for a right footer on the wrong side, and it's skinny.
Jeez, we built it up good though, didn't we?
We did. Another minor score on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
It takes Morwell to 2-4-16, trailing Sale 6-4-40.
Scott, I'll keep going. Foster 2-2-14 to Fish Creek 1-4-10. Newborough 5-5-35 to Ballara, just a 1 point. Thorpedale 3-3-21 to Stony Creek 2-1-13.
Johnson defensive 50 for Sale, down the guts looking for Leslie. Leslie got hands to it, couldn't take it. Whack, well, he met him, but not with the real aggression that you'd like to see. Now Leslie lays a tackle on Bailey.
And these are all quarter time scores as well, ladies and gentlemen out there. Hayfield 9-7-61 to Gormandale, no score. Rosedale 3-3-21 to Cower 4-4-28. I'll let you go again, Pop.
All right, thank you. Ball in the centre. Tainch on the bottom of the pack. Whack taps it, tries to do so to the advantage of a teammate, can't, and so the umpire will assume control.
I'm just in shock because the North Gippy's got every score up. Glengarry, no score. TTU 5-3-33. Churchill 3-5-23 to Yallourn North 1-4-10.
Wrapped up in the tackle there was Darnell Grech by Jack Leslie. I'll do it again. 16 and a half minutes here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. Thanks for your company on Saturday afternoon footy. It is the Alinta Energy Gippsland League round 16, big clash, and it is Magpies leading by 24 points. The Tigers go forward again though, and it's an awkward bounce from McDonald. Double fist forward out from Will Leslie. Where there was Judelee, quickly wrapped up in a Leslie tackle. Whitehill, quick hands to Johnson, to McLaren, and the kick down the wing area. In the front spot is Blewett. Tried to kill it. Pops over his head. Wallace was there. Tackle missed by Wetherill. McGuinness gave it to Walker. Barrels one inside forward 50. Martin's a left footer. Wants to come back on the left. Gets around. Kicks to the square. And the mark's taken by Geordie Descent. Top of the square. All too easy for the Magpies. They'll from point blank range will go back and put this one through and get it out. This is another game high.
This is going to happen again. There was 4 missed tackles in that set of play that the Tigers didn't put on. Blewett. And then you had, I can't remember who it was. It must have been Wetherill. It was too.
So straight in front. Geordie Descent puts it through, and he's got 2 this afternoon, and he joins Shannon Lang for 2 this afternoon, the only 2 multiple goal scorers.
Easy to say for us sitting up here in the box, but when you see tackles that aren't sticking as well, and it was one of those things. If they're just going to do that, they're just going to make sure make sure you put your body right behind them and make them earn their kick. So there you go.
Yeah, they're sticking their hands out, aren't they? Sticking their arms out. And the opponents are just busting through it.
Match high 30-point lead to Sale at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Sale 7-4-46, Morwell 2-4-16.
All right, ball back in the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve now. Margin 5 goals even, as you heard. Johnny McGuinness, nice tap, follows it up. Can he get hold of it? He can't. Nicely done by Lang. Handball, quick type, couldn't find a teammate. And now it's McLaren who handballs more in hope than anything else, and the umpire, despite the best efforts of 4 or 5 players around the ball, will take control as we check some scores in AFL.
Yes, it's the Bombers 8-8-56. They lead the Eagles 4-3-27 into the start of the third quarter.
Guess what? Lang wins the stoppage and kicks a right foot kick. Centre half forward. Walsh got it through his legs. It comes back out again. Geordie Desson snaps around the body and Ronke takes the mark. Danger, danger, danger signs now for the Tigers.
And it's because they can run forward without the pressure. So the pressure's not on them. They really work hard forward, Sale. But the good thing about what I'm being really impressed with Sale is the way they share the ball inside 50. They just give it to the best player in the best position.
Geordie Desson, an experienced campaigner, just knew how to get it to Harry Ronke. Big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club this season, for the Tigers slipping away, while for the Magpies as they build towards September maybe, Harry Ronke comes in and misses to the near side. And on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, between 18 and 25, why don't join and become a young member today? Great discounts on meals, drinks, free race day entry, and a members lounge access as well.
31-point lead to Sale, 7-5-47 to 2-4-16.
All right, a bit easy as Moore bring the ball back into play. Sales, Johnny McGuinness had the opportunity, but now they want to run forward, but there's just no runners. In fact, the ball was handballed to the advantage of a direct opponent, and that was Whitehill, who went forward. And now, nicely done by Walker. Lump of a bloke, but it's got nice skills and a good footy head. Got a handball out, couldn't find a teammate. There's plenty of bodies around the ball. And the ball...
He's got a head for a footy.
No, he's got a bit of a bulky body, but a good head for football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah. Maybe I should have said that.
Musil tapped it down. McGuinness' second effort was okay. Carlson was there to handball outside towards McAuliffe. He wants a runner on the outside, and they haven't got him at the moment. Lang came in, couldn't get a touch though. Now he might. He receives a handball, runs through a couple of arm tackles, and then delivers beautifully to McLaren.
He is a beautifully balanced footballer, Lang.
If some Tiger wants to put their body on the line and stop the run, they might be half a chance.
They could be, but there's just no pressure at the moment. At the minute, by the Tigers, they just really need to up that ante.
Jack McLaren directly in front from 45 metres, closing in on half-time. He likes it off the boot. He likes it with the distance, and he celebrates with Shannon Lang, who's having a day out here this afternoon, all thanks to Gippsland Mazda.
I don't know if he is Paul Carter, but is he on target to get 20 this quarter or not?
12 he's got so far.
Yeah, there you go, Poppy. Over to you, Paul.
That's Shannon Lang, 12 disposals this quarter, takes him to 19 for the match. And Sale out to a 37-point lead at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Sale 8-5-53, leading Morwell 2-4-16.
It's the other AFL game too, boys, while we're at it. Adelaide 8-3-51 to the Suns 2-5-17. At least they've got a new coach coming next year anyway. That's 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
So Musil got the tap this time, went over the top of McGuinness, can't find a teammate, umpire will take control. So at quarter time we had a bit of a game on our hands, but the Morwell Tigers are doing something similar to what the Richmond Tigers did in the first quarter against the Bulldogs, and that's often nothing. So the margin's out now to 6-1 in the blink of an eye. And they probably can't wait for the halftime siren to sound. As Musil will get another tap, but can he find a teammate? He can. I reckon it could have been Zach Anderson in front of the pack, couldn't take the ball. Umpire will take that. Around about the centre half forward area for Morwell. Musil, I reckon McGuinness got that one down. Musil comes in to lend a hand. Free kick's going to go the way of Morwell anyway. That's going to go through McAuliffe. Can he find a teammate here? They haven't been able to for most of the day. Bailey went for the grab, couldn't take it. He in turn was grabbed, and again the umpire. So the fluency in Morwell is hard to find, but when Sale have some room, they move the ball nicely and have cut through from coast to coast a number of times. Morwell are very clunky in everything they do at the moment. Taints gets the ball, plays on quickly, standing start, torpedo, all of 60 metres. Blake Cooling, first player there, balances, left leg, not pretty but effective, finds a teammate. Weatherall looks inside, and there's a 50-metre penalty against Sale.
He got done for the stand rule then.
Okay.
This is 5 50s and a half.
Yeah, it's unusual.
And it's not even 50.
No. Weatherall from just outside 50 now will kick to the top of the square and hope for a winner. Can't find it. Quick kick from the pack. He's a goal. Josh Galea, I reckon's got a much needed goal, and the Tigers finally get their first goal of the second quarter.
Took 23 minutes, Boxer.
It took a little while then too, Scott, and they had to work really, really hard for that too. But let me just go back to that 50. If you've got the free kick on the wing and you only end up on the arch of the 50,
yes.
Is that 25?
Yeah, correct.
So, but anyway, they had to work hard for it, and look, they just need a little bit more momentum coming into half time. It's 23 minutes gone. They need another goal now, put them within 4 goals of Sale before the big break.
And the lead is 31 points at the 23-minute mark of the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Sale 8-5-53, leading Morwell, who are now 3-4-22.
Geordie Dessert won the clearance, only went as far as Taylor Wetherell at half back. His kick out wide towards Hillier. Goes to ground. 2 Magpies jump on him and will have the stoppage again. And Jack Leslie's causing an issue in the ruck duties at the moment now.
Yeah, he really is. It's just that the fact that he's very good at it. And
again taps it down. Geordie Dessert runs onto this one to McKay with a run.
great
Ran down from behind. They said he got a boot on it. Only just so. Musil thought he had the free kick, and now all of a sudden we've got another stoppage.
And the disappointing moments as a footballer, aren't they? When you do all the hard work, stop the momentum, and then you don't get rewarded for it.
Leslie with a double tap on that occasion. Just give him one though, Paul. From the stoppage, it was Brandon McCall. Kicks towards half forward. Cohen Campbell's been a little bit fumbly this afternoon. This time he was clean. Goes into the pocket. Galea can mark, elevate. Can he get it over the top? McDonald's on his own.
Oh.
He rushed it.
Wait a minute, it has to be 50-metre penalty then, surely.
They're bringing it back.
That has to be 50.
They're going to say that he was out of...
What?
About,
No, they're giving him the ball back.
no, they're saying that he kicked it out of bounds. I don't know what's happened.
Out in the pool, probably.
Don't know how that happened. And anyway, Sale won the free kick in the end. Freeman, who has been a forward in the past, has now gone back, of course, in this game. They get it out wide. Handball from Lang comes inboard to Cooper Whitehill. And now a little chiselling kick to Kane Martin. Just left it behind. Cooling was there to mop it up. Right foot kick out wide to Whack. Handball further afield now to Hillier. He ducks the shoulder, gets around one, kicks to half forward. It's on the over the top of the head. Although Hudson Holmes just didn't mark it. His second effort was good enough, though, to handball to open space where Brad Mackay goes backwards to Diamond, and they relieve the pressure.
They go towards the outer side, and Leslie was the target. Musil applied enough pressure for the ball to go over both players' heads and over the boundary line. So a goal would keep Morwell in this game, and probably unjustifiably so, given their performance to date, but 25 and 3/4 minutes gone second quarter. They trail by 31 points. They're 3-4. Sale 8-5. Ball outer side of the ground. It's been kept in, but only momentarily as Morwell go for it inside forward 50. Gresh was the target inside that area, but nice spell from behind. Means a boundary umpire will take control.
Once again, Morwell had more inside 50s than Sale. They'd had it in the first quarter and they had it again in the second.
Wow.
So from just outside 50, with only a few moments to go, you would think. First quarter went for 26 minutes and 4 seconds, I thought. We're just over that now. A few more goals scored, mind you. So thrown inside 50. Carlson was taken, ball and all. And so they'll get another chance. Sale just need to cruise to half-time. Morwell need to be desperate for everything that remains in this half.
Kicked it out of the ruck on that occasion, Hudson Holmes. And it went over his head towards the boundary line. I'm not sure if it's deliberate, insufficient attempt, or just clever.
I think all three.
All three. I was going to say, just give him the lot.
In the end, we're going to boundary throw in. 27 minutes gone. Again, he takes the ruck. This time uses his hand, which is probably more preferred.
Oh,
the free kick will go to Hillier.
These are the chances they've got to take now, the Tigers. They need to get that 4-goal buffer.
Well, they quickly go inside forward 50. McDonald up and takes the mark. And directly in front, is this the chance you talk about, Box?
This is the one. Okay, this could be that defining moment where they can just swing things around. The siren's not far away. He's taken a fantastic mark, great contested mark. They haven't had a great quarter, but they've had all the ball inside their 50.
20 metres out, directly in front, can't miss from there, puts it on its way and puts it through the middle. And they've got the last two, and they try and keep it a little bit close as they close in on half-time.
It's back to a 25-point margin in Sale's favour. They were out to 37 points at the 21-minute mark. And it is 4-4-28, Morwell now, trailing Sale 8-5-53, and that's all on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
We know they have these lapses, the Tigers, don't you? And they had it last week. A bit of a dust-up down in the forward line too with Galea and Holmes. And the ball is back and ready to go.
So Musil got the tap, can't find the teammate. Johnson went without the ball. Morwell got a chance. Musil, can he scamper away with the ball? He can't. The umpire called for control as Musil was about to execute a handball. He had control. Now he's taken without the ball. Leslie, nice tap. As the siren goes, the game's alive at halftime.
It certainly is. It started with the Magpies getting 4 goals in a row, make it 5 goals in a row for the first 20 minutes of the quarter, and then the Tigers got the last 2 just to peg it back a fraction. Got out to a game high, 37 points at one stage in the quarter there for the Morwell Racing Club. It's back to 25 at half time. It is Sale 8-5-53, leading the Tigers 4-4-28. It is at Gippsland, live on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Thank you. Could not have timed that any better, and thanks to the Morwell Eagles junior kids for just staying on the ground a little bit longer to get the third quarter underway on time.
Here we go. Musil gets the tap. McLaren gets the first touch. Handballs. Can he find a teammate? He can. Ends up with Lang. His kick smothered. He goes for take 2. Beaten to the ball, but fights hard to keep the ball in the area. Tainch gives it back to Lang. Lang standing start. Kick off the boot. And lands in the arms of Boda Walker. And Bodie takes the mark, plays on quickly. Half-forward flank. They started the second quarter with a goal inside the first minute. That's not what Morwell want in this quarter. And that's not what they're going to get because they work it out off the half-back line. But then it gets cut off around about the outer side wing. They're fighting hard. They give the ball up and Walker gets another kick around the body. It's cut off on defensive 50 and they'll go for the safety of the boundary line.
It's been unlucky then the free kick wasn't given too. Had the player had the head over the ball. The umpire let it go when normally in that first half they would have taken that for sure.
All right, ball thrown back in. Musil beaten to it by Leslie. His tap finds McLaren. Dances so beautifully around one. Then kicks towards the square. And a big, strong mark. Is it Descent or Johnston?
Descent.
Descent it is.
Geordie
Descent. He's on the wrong side for a right footer. The boundary just a metre to his right. He's only 15 metres from goals. That's where he'll kick from.
Max Linton was unlucky then too. He timed it very well, but just the smarts of Geordie Descent just got him off the ball off and a bit off balance.
So there'll be a few fingers crossed from Morwell, hoping that he'll miss this one. Descent walks it in, off the boot, across the face of goals and through for a minor score.
And that's come at the 1 minute and 40-second mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard shows Sale 8-6-54, leading Morwell 4-4-28.
Brown goes short to Bailey. Defensive back pocket. Looks up, looks down towards the grandstand side of the Morwell Rec Reserve. The target is Musil. In the front spot, though, is Freeman. Not paid the mark. McLaren was swung around 360. Gave it to Leslie. Got it back inside forward 50. And Walsh will get it and take it to the outside. Now, this is where the Tigers need a run and spread. Got it out to Jacobson by foot. Anderson worked really hard to get on the end of this one. And he does. Does he have a teammate out wide? Not quite. He looks up. Wack will be the target. Maybe further afield is Darnell Grech. And he finds him. That's nicely weighted done. As Grech now looks up. Nothing down the line. Wants to try and get something inboard. He has to go towards the boundary, but in the end, Leslie, he could have taken that mark. He got a paw to it and flipped it over the boundary line. And best on ground this afternoon is all thanks to Terrelgan Mazda. Shannon Lang's been in great form in the first half of football.
Quickly around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland, the AFL half-time. Crows 8-4. They lead the Suns 3-6.
Musil gets the tap, round about half-forward flank. Bottom of the pack, Morwell fighting hard. Umpire, though, says he's got no chance of getting rid of that ball. And, yes, Nick?
So on the stoppage, you talk to Nick and work out what's going on. There's
I think he was a bit worried that it was my breath.
looks going left and right.
Oh, did you?
I'll call
the egg sandwich has finally come. You are disgusting.
We have a secondary stoppage. It's a tight box here in the commentary area as McLaren
Open the window.
A handball over the top. He's been called a throw.
Open the window.
So the throw has occurred. The Tigers have won a free kick. We're 3.5 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's, and McAuliffe has it. Looks up, rolls around. No one's really presenting in the forward spot, and allowed Hudson Holmes just to roll off his player, get one hand up. Can't take the mark at ground level. Musil does well, gives it across to Gray. Sweeps a handball out wide to Jacobson. He's a right footer, comes back onto the right. Hillier will try and protect the drop zone, and nearly completed the mark. He dropped at the last second.
It was like a slip-slide attempt, wasn't it? 30 metres out from goal. Would have been dreamy for the Tigers.
You did like it, Boxer, though.
I did like it.
Protected that area. Can they get something for the stoppage? Darnell Greg grabs it out of the ruck. Kick was partially smothered. Went straight up and down. Freeman got one over the shoulder.
Yep.
And the free kick goes to Magpies. Advantage paid. Allison gave it across to Lang. No. Let's bring it back.
I think the Tigers need more out of whack. I think they need to remove the experiment from him down forward. We've seen him play his best footy in the middle of the ground. Maybe that's something they need to look at now.
The Hudson Holmes defensive 50. No obvious options, so you think that he'll go long, and that's where he goes. Looking for Descent. Can't find that player. Taken. Quick handball out. Hearn on the end of it. The big fella. Brad Descent. Picks up the Tiger opponent. Lang having a few words behind play. Getting involved in the game. Musil quick tap forward. And he find a teammate. Bailey can.
Driven into the ground.
Yeah, Musil tries hard. He's done his shoulder. Bailey, after being hammered into the ground, that left shoulder is a bit of a problem, but he's going to get up.
Could be just a stinger.
Yeah, right half forward flank the ball is at the moment. Bailey's okay. Musil comes from behind Leslie, but can't get over Leslie. Leslie gets a tap. It only finds Carlson. Carlson taken to the ground. Ball up to take place. Right half forward flank.
So 5.5 minutes. If Boxer could turn down his phone, that would be wonderful. Coming through nice and loud and clear, as he's just lost another race at Flemington. He's having a poor afternoon. And he should gamble responsibly, Nick. Stay within your means. McAuliffe from the stoppage. Quick kick. Goes close towards the boundary line. Gray and a big spoil from Whitford. And over it goes. Boundary throw in. 5 3/4 minutes gone into this third quarter for McDonald's. And no goals just yet. We've only had the one minor score, and that has gone the way of the Magpies. So it's a 26-point margin. Physical game of football. Magpies, if you're just tuning in, kicked 5 goals in the second quarter to blow it out to a 37-point game high margin. Tigers got a couple back. It's down to 26. They need a few more. Their season is on the line. Hillier lost the footy. Quick kick by Leslie again. Comes the other direction is Jacobson. Will kick around his body. Got the wrong side of the ball. And out of bounds on the full. Lang quickly goes to the boundary. Will take this kick.
So Lang's been busy. The leading possession getter on the field as we speak. 6 minutes gone, third quarter. Something like 19 touches up until half-time, which has assisted his side to their current 26-point lead. Comes grandstand side, nicely roved by Taints, gives it off. Ronke went without it. In fact, it was Whitehill who went without it. Musil bottom of the ground, but the free kick will go the way of Tyler Hillier. Plays on quickly. Can he find a winner? He can. And, Bailey went one hand. He stuck one hand, but he had time to kick to the top of the square. They just need to get Leslie away from the ball, but Leslie kicks off the ground to the advantage of his bro in Jack, who gives it to Taints, who kicks to the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve, and a contest means the ball's on the ground. They're just winning the 50-50 contests at the moment, despite the best efforts of Morwell. Musil fighting hard. Can't get clear pathway through. Umpire may take control. Calls play on. Lets it go for a smidgen longer. But then decides that it's best that he assumes control.
So forward to centre for the Magpies. Leslie and Musil. Forwards roll back for the Magpies. Straight down to Lang. Got a kick away. Top of the 50 it goes. Ronke was there. Handballs backwards into a bit of traffic. Wallace goes back to Lang, who ducked the shoulder and the head. Wrapped up by two Tigers. And it will do it again. Same spot as a couple of minutes ago. 26 point the margin is. Favour for the Sale. Leslie with another tap down. Back there was Wallace. Tried to get a handball to Hudson Holmes. He's got some toe. And there was an open play. Although falling over was Tainch. Carlson will come in. Holmes has to nearly receive his own handball. Carlson goes again. Kicks it off the ground. Whack was there. Held without the footy to Zach Carlson.
That's about the fourth or fifth time Tainch has fallen over without any pressure. So whether it's his boots...
Carlson's wobbly kick to half forward. It might just pay off. Quigley runs onto this one.
Can't
45 metres out and puts it through the middle. It took 8.5 minutes. The Tigers get the first. And Aidan Quigley salutes to the heavens.
Yeah, that's, I think, is a result of the black armbands they're wearing today.
Such a sad day. A couple of days ago for the Traralgon Football Club and the wider community. Our thoughts go out to the Loudon family.
Aidan Quigley's goal has come at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter, and on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it's a 20-point margin in Sale's favour, 8-6-54 to Morwell, 5-4-34.
So centre break absolutely crucial now for Morwell to get back into this game and for Sale to keep Morwell at arm's length. Leslie gets the tap, can't find a teammate. Umpire again takes control. 9 minutes gone, third quarter, game alive. Thought it was dead. 36 points was the margin, back to 20 as Paul Carter's just alluded to. McGuinness, Jonty, half forward flank for Sale. Can't get a handle on the ball, but he can get a tackle on his opponent. Left half forward flank, the umpire to ball this one up.
Just going to up those efficiencies coming inside 50 more. Obviously, they had a lot of the play inside 50.
Leslie gets a tap. Whack, sorry, there. Nick is Whack goes around the body. Taken a bit easily off the ball there was Leake. They fight hard. Gresh sort of tries to corral his opponent. That was Bowen who gets the ball back. Wasn't 10. Play on's the call. Sale through Ronke. Give ground. Keep possession. And now they've managed to find a way through nicely as McKay from left half forward flank threatens the forward 50. The kick wasn't as good as it needed to be. And the Tigers through Weatherall will surge forward again. But they'll do it by going backwards first.
Yeah, they go into Anderson. The switch is continuing on if they want it out towards Linton. They've got Brown if he can get to him. He works hard to get to the far side. Whitehill will close quickly. Doesn't quite get the bounce. Whitehill with strong body. Handballs inboard now to Martin. Now he's wrapped up. He got a handball away though to a teammate. Kick around the body from Allison. Inside 50 again. Lang got one over the shoulder. Yep. We'll win the free kick and we'll have a shot on goal.
It was there, unfortunately.
That's that exit kick there by Linton.
Has to hit Brown.
Has to. Didn't. Put him under a lot of pressure too because he found himself behind the ball. And his Sale opponent was good enough to keep his feet.
So one in the first, one in the second.
Yep, having a shot in the third.
It's very disappointing. That's just the reason why there's a little bit of flatness in my voice. Pop.
So Shannon Lang, slide angle, 11 minutes into the third quarter. The Tigers get it back to 20, but Lang's having a shot. He's got two, and now he's hit the post. Actually, he hit both posts. It hit the left, it hit the right, and that's only 1 point.
8-7-55. Sale lead by 21 points over Morwell on McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Morwell 5-4-34, 11 minutes, third quarter.
All right, was that Cooling, your fellow that brought it in? It wasn't, was
Walsh.
it? Walsh had brought it in. They go short to Whack. Whack's got all the time in the world and uses it to take the mark, despite the pressure from McKay. Right half-back flank. Whack goes along the line. He's got an option out the back here.
Gray.
Can he find it? He can. Tom Gray took the mark. I tell you what, play on's the call. That's okay. Bounce in the arms of Campbell. He kicks to within 30 metres. Need to goal here if they can. Leslie, no, quick kick under pressure. Gathers 40, 50, 60 metres. But the first player there is going to be Brown with the long sleeves. Can he find a teammate? He need to find Bailey. Bailey keeps possession, keeps the ball in front of him. 10, 15 metres, 20 metres now. Gains possession. Handball over the top. Can he find a teammate? It's looking for Galea. Galea, top of the square, no. And Hudson Holmes reads the ball beautifully and takes the easiest of marks and will now just drop the tempo of the game for a moment.
Yeah, 21 points they lead by. Halfway through this third quarter for McDonald's, the new spicy, sticky barbecue Angus at Macca's.
Yum.
It's a great day to be hungry, that's for sure. Kick goes to the far side. Free kick will be paid Tigers' way. And Blewett will be the recipient there. He's got Anderson out the back. He decides to roll and... No, we got another whistle. Yeah. The umpire just wants to go back behind the mark of it. It's just called play on. You might be all right. Kick to the pocket. Hillier goes up. Got dragged down. Second effort was good. Chiseling kick. Top of the square it goes. Sale's got some numbers. Overrunning the football.
Oh, throw.
Oh, Hudson Holmes threw it out. The umpire said no. The quick kick and eludes Campbell. He has to got 3 Magpies to beat. Couldn't do so. McKay was there. And McKay kicks it out of bounds on the full. As Taylor Wetherill has it.
I know these repeat entries are good for Morwell, but they're not when they keep rebounding back out.
Comes inboard to Cooling. Cooling goes towards Darnell Grech. He can give a handball off or roll back.
There's a couple of gaps here.
He goes towards one of those gaps. McDonald will have to fly over Jack Leslie. Can't quite complete the mark, and Jack Will's there to help out. Kick around his body to Walker. Took it on. Lost it. Campbell there took on the tackler. Threw it.
Yeah.
And Wallace wins the free kick. 13 and a half minutes. Magpies stop another forward thrush from the Tigers.
Left half-back flank.
21 points.
I'll let it go through to the keeper if you do. The ball now. I'm the last bloke to be worrying about that sort of stuff. Going for the mark was Linton. Paid the mark. Well, lucky I thought. Linton will give ground. Change direction. In fact, he kicks it backwards 30 metres.
Wax on.
And whack goes as an option. And the kick was deplorable, unfortunately. It came from Zach Anderson. He gave it up. And this could be a goal to Sale. It could be a costly goal to Sale as they walk into an open goal. And that's what happens when you don't take opportunities. Shannon Lang gets his third. And I won't dare say it's a match-winning lead with so long to go, but they're the ones that cost you games.
It was that Karate Kid move when Wack was on. They didn't capitalise on that opportunity as well. Again, I don't know how many inside 50s Morwell have had this quarter. Looks like the efficiency of Sahel going inside has really hurt the Tigers this afternoon.
The inside 50s this quarter are 9-5 Morwell's way. And that takes Shannon Lang to 27 disposals for the match.
And 3 goals.
And 3 goals and a 27-point lead to Sale.
So Grech will do the ruck duties. Got the tap down. And now Leslie got a quick kick. Spins on its end. McAuliffe picks it up. Kicks it to half, centre half forward. Hudson Holmes, he's playing a loose man at the moment. I think if you're the Tigers, you want to match them up. As he taps it forward, Bailey tried to win it. Judalik comes in with a little bit of pace. Handballs inboard to McAuliffe's got to get rid of it quick. Nice little change of direction. Left foot wobbly kick. Went through the hands of Whitford. Gray was there. Had 1-2 bites at it. Second effort at ground level was okay. Shoved in the back. The umpire said play on. And inside 50 went a stoppage. And the Tigers, you'd say, would have had 80% of the play. It's been in their half, their hands. But the Magpies just been far more efficient.
So 25 metres from Morwell's goals. They need to have the margin closer than what it was at half-time, which was just better than 4 goals. At the moment, it remains around about the same. If they can edge inside of 4 goals, they'd still give themselves a chance, importantly. Ball inside forward 50. Pack of players around the ball. No real clear possession. Umpires picked out a free kick and then called advantage. McLaren dances 10-15 metres, kicks 45, went searching for Descent, couldn't find that player. And the ball spills over the boundary line. Outer side wing, 16 minutes gone. Third quarter, Morwell 5-4, Sale 9-7.
Looks like the Eagles have carried a little bit of form on from last week. It's 13 minutes gone in the last quarter. At 7-6-48, the Eagles. They trail the Bombers 8-11-59.
Oh, that's a game on there. That's one the Bombers wouldn't want to lose.
Grech taps it down towards Wack. Wack will handball back to Cooling. Got a kick away towards the boundary low, and under pressure goes out of bounds on the full. And him and Ronke continue to go at it, as they have done most afternoon. And I don't think either one will take a backward step.
No.
As Tainch drives it in, he might kick it out of bounds on the full as well. But going back with a flight, the umpire says yes, that was out of bounds on the full.
Yep.
And
wait a minute, the boundary and the field umpire are... Wait a minute.
Yep, he just ran the wrong way.
Yes,
That's all it
okay.
was.
Yep, they've done that a few times today.
So Blewett brings it back in for the Tigers.
He does, goes towards the half-back flank. They need to find a winner here. Bailey was a player. No, get some room now, Bailey. His kick's usually pretty good over the top of Anderson. He butters up Bailey. Nice tackle. Leslie does the work of a rover, the big ruckman, kicks around the body towards the half-forward flank, bounces off, I reckon, 2 heads before it fell in the arms of McLaren, 75 metres out, leads on. Lang was the player on the lead, tried to take the ball in the chest, butters up nicely, handballs, give ground, Tainch, top of the square, dangerous area. Nicely done, and Martin around the body, left flag as he pulled it back enough, he hasn't, behind.
Taking Sale to a 28-point lead on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Sale 9-8-62, leading Morwell 5-4-34, almost 18 minutes played third quarter.
Walsh nearly lost it in a bounce. Had enough time to get it back. And now Anderson goes short to Linton. They're still in their defensive 50 though, the Tigers. Linton's kick will go short to Cooling, find him on the chest. He is outside 50. The man on the mark decided just to keep continuing to move. Now he gets called to play on, kicks down the line. Mush will be the target. Shoved underneath it from Holmes. Front and square nicely done by Leake. He kicks the centre half forward. Freeman and Hillier. Out the back it gets. Hillier does good at ground level. Got ball to boot. Galea might be able to run onto this one. Does it sit nicely for him? It pops up, puts ball to boot. And the Tigers get one through at the 18.5-minute mark. Now they've got 2 goals in the quarter and they narrow the margin again.
It was a great play. They just moved the ball forward quickly and fortuitously that, Galea had the opportunity to run onto that goal, but at the same time, they've had those opportunities, and it's taken them bigger gaps in the quarter to get that one goal where Sale have gone in, goal, and they've just kept that 26, 27-point lead from the Tigers. Now they need a repeat goal. This is where they really need to stand up and make a game of it.
So leading by 22 points at the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, Musil does the ruck work, doesn't get hands to the ball. And here's a centre break for Morwell. It's through McAuliffe, centre half forward. Can they get a winner here? They might. Open goal, Bailey, settle, left foot kick. Just offline. They're the ones that captain coaches need to kick.
Yes, they are.
21 points difference at the moment. Now it's 9-8-62 Sale, 6-5-41 more.
Lockie Ronke usually goes directly straight up the middle of the ground with a thumping kick. This time he chisels one about 50 metres and it went outside defensive 50. It was a short kick for him. Wallace was there though. Kicks around his body, goes through the legs of Brad Descent. Geordie Descent said, I'll pick it up and I'll try and handball back to you. Just missed him though. Johnson goes to ground. Stoppage, far side, centre wing.
He just needed to take half a step more to settle Bailey because he's a beautiful kick of the ball.
Yep. Felt the pressure. Perceived pressure does amazing things, doesn't it?
It does. Ball thrown up. Who's first player there? I reckon it's Hillier. Can't get a clear possession away. He comes up after being tackled from the bottom of the pack. Outer side wing. Morwell 6-5.
Shannon Lang's been quiet the last few minutes.
Yes, because he's been on the bench. Yep. Sale 9-5-62. 21 points the margin. 20 points gone. Just a joke.
Leave the jokes to me, will you?
I will. McLaren. Kick was sloppy. Carlson taps it forward rather than takes possession. Was it a good decision? Well, it was for a moment because he got another opportunity, but he too was tackled. So the pressure from both sides has been good for most of the day. It's meant that we haven't seen a whole lot of sweet play, but there has been passages that have been impressive.
Again, Whitehill and Hillier go at it. McLaren did well with a handball back to Wallace. Now to Allison for the Magpies. Kicks to centre half forward. McGuinness and Campbell Blewett will be there first. This time McGuinness wins out. Freeman left it behind. Allowed Brown to kick it off the ground. Leake gave a handball, slicked one. Back to Taylor Brown. His kick to some open space. Coming through is Bailey. He stops and props and goes to ground. They close on him. And the umpire said it's okay. We'll get a secondary another stoppage. 21 minutes gone. If the Tigers, what do they need to get to, Boxer, for it to be a chance in the last quarter?
If they get that 16 points, 15 points, it's game on.
So they need another goal, and they've got to restrict the Magpies. McAuliffe at pace. Gave a handball to Wack, who kicked it high. Galea might fly in the front spot. Can't complete it. Gray was good. Took on the tackler of Lang. Got a handball out to Galea. Sits for him. Gets the kick away. Under pressure from Lang. McDonald works hard, but good spoil from Leslie to rush it through. And another minor score. They build again. 21 and 3/4 minutes gone.
20-point margin. It's 6-6-42 more, 9-8-62 more. Sale.
So the ball to be brought back in by Hudson Holmes with the Morwell's goals just 10, 15. 20 metres behind him now. He plays on directly down the middle. He goes searching for Brad Descent. Couldn't find that player. Well, could find him but he couldn't mark it. Punch forward. McGuinness runs over it. Cooling takes the ball nicely. Ronke takes him equally as impressively, and the umpire will now take the ball from both. Morwell 6-6, Sale 9-8. 20 points the margin. Fifth place 6. Sale win. They've got finals locked up. Morwell win. There's still a hope. With a few rounds to go. Umpire will ball this one up. It's starting to threaten the centre half forward area of Sale, who are kicking to the town end. The left of Radio, Musil, tapped down. Nicely done. And he find a teammate. He could. Zach Anderson, he couldn't find any room to move. I tell you what, there's been a lot of stoppages today.
Yeah.
Musil gets front position from Leslie. Leslie's left paw claws it down. McLaren's going to be the first player there. Tackled, gets away with it nicely. Descent just ever so sweetly looking for Martin. Couldn't find that player.
Oh.
Good tackle from McGuinness.
High
tackle from McGuinness. So it wasn't so good, and Blake Cooling gets the free kick. Usually uses the ball well, and does so on this occasion. Finds the coach. Always a good decision when you're a young and up-and-coming player. Kick to the leading coach. Behind play. Cooling's copped a hit from Leslie. Morwell importantly go forward. Needed the favourable bounce. Didn't bounce their way. Leslie's kick smothered. They'll get a second chance. Here they go. They have got time to settle. They do it through Bailey. Bailey to the top of the square. Leslie's long arms taps it through for a behind. Which is like
even
a
the
point
supporters
and a
weren't
behind.
happy with that kick either too. I think there was a little bit, he probably could have given a bit more, but he did run a fair distance then too, Bailey, so a great work there by Leslie.
19-point margin in Sale's favour. 24 minutes of the third quarter played. McDonald's Gippsland scored.
Well, bringing it back in is Lockie Ronke. This time goes up the middle, out the back.
Nice.
Big Jack Leslie takes the mark. Centre half back area, looks up. Johnny McGuinness presents, decides to go down the line. Jack Johnson was there. At the back it goes to Ryan Hearn. Well read. Takes the mark, and the Tigers get one late. 24 minutes have gone. Box says they need to get down. Turnover. Jack Johnson picks it off. Open space. McLaren's there in a one-on-one. Takes the mark. Either way. Wasn't paid. Rolls it in. And that hurts. That hurts all right. Because the siren's not far away. And all of a sudden, Boxer talks about 14 points, 12 points. Well, no. Sale get it. And they get it out to 25.
Yeah, just that turnover again.
Terrible.
It's been one of those things for the Tigers today too. And when they review this game, they'll know exactly where they've got it wrong. And a couple of misses then. It's not all Bailey's fault. Inside 50, they could have been goals. The storyline could have been a lot different.
And 25 points is the margin that it was at half-time. So it's all square this quarter. At the 25-minute mark on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, we have Sale 10-8-68, leading Morwell 6-7-43.
No one can get any clean passageway. So the Tigers have coughed up turnovers in their back half, which resulted in goals, probably I'd say 2, maybe 3, and they've had 3 50-metre penalties that's cost them 3 goals as well. There's the story for the Tigers. The Magpies have been efficient going forward, and they've just been dominant around the stoppages as well, with Leslie leading the rucks, and they go it again. This time Musil, though, wins it. Gets the open area. Holmes falls over. Wack pushes him to the ground. Junalik comes out to attack it hard. Play onto the umpire. There's Lang. Squeezed a handball to Tainch. Got another one to McKay. He kicks to an open half-forward line. Bodie Walker presents. Stops. Props. Turns around Taylor Wetherill. Now left foot kick to the top of the 50. Jack Johnson just pushed his player of the way. Martin runs onto this one. He has a flying shot. Might miss everything. It's hit the base of the point post, so it's the best result because it's a boundary throw-in at the 26-minute mark, deep inside Sale's forward 50.
How many goals scored this quarter to date?
4.
4 goals, 26 minutes gone.
Lots of stoppages.
Yeah, plenty of stoppages. Musil, front position, gets the tap. They can't give up another one. Kane Martin will try to make sure they do, tries to centre it, and couldn't find a teammate. Now they come out through Jacobson, who's got an option. It's a long option. It's a dangerous option, but at least it's 3 Tigers to 1. But guess what? They still haven't won the contest. They'll draw Wack into the ball. Wack on the end of it. He's been a bit busier this quarter. Draws a man, then feeds it off, and they do it quite nicely. They go towards the half-forward flank. I reckon he was taken high. The umpire didn't see it. Not sure why, but Brandon McDonald was taken high by Leslie, and Leslie then took the mark and then found Allison. Centre half back. He's got a runner. Right half back flank. Whitford runs nicely. Takes a bounce. Gathers 30 metres by feet and then 40 metres by kick towards Jack Johnston. And now from one end of the ground to the other, the umpire calls time.
Yeah, he did call time. He called the time, but now he's paid the mark.
So I think he called time before he paid the mark, to be honest.
Second touch.
One hand went up and then two hands went up. However, the mark's been paid. Brad Descent.
And you know he's going to kick this, don't you?
Absolutely. This 25 points. It was 25 points at half time. Either way, if he scores, Sale have won the quarter. And this just might put a dagger. As the Tigers made a little mini comeback, Brad Descent kept it skinny and it's through for a minor score. So it's 26 points. They won the quarter by a point, did the Magpies. And it is three-quarter time. Sale 10-9-69 lead the Tigers 6-7-43. It's three-quarter time and it is at Gippsland Live.
Takes his time, thinks about playing on. Now he does. Got an option, that's Allison, right half forward flank. So Jaden Allison from that right half forward flank says to his forwards, come at me.
Yeah.
And as per the playbook, Johnston does that, takes the eases for marks, and guess what? The player that set it up a few moments ago in Bodie Walker takes a mark inside forward 50. He's on a 45-degree angle, but he's on an angle that will suit a left footer, of which he is. He's in no rush. The umpire will straighten him up.
Has a chat to the crowd, just wants some friendly advice.
Yeah.
Obviously teammates down there, or supporters of the Magpies.
So he'll kick from just inside 45-ish. He proved us he can kick from outside 50 in the first quarter. Nice settled run at goal. Left leg, pulls it. Straight left and behind.
Taking Sale to a 27-point lead. 10-10-70 Sale on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, leading Moore 6-7-43, coming up to the 3-minute mark of the final quarter.
Best on ground this afternoon. After the game, of course, all thanks to Terrelgan Mazda, as Weatherall went short to Jacobson. He can roll and run to about defensive 45 and then kick it to me.
I'll mark it.
It's going to go clear the fence by a good 5 metres. That was a fence, by the way, out of bounds on the full.
He would have been no contest against me. Call him.
Oh, well, you can only go by past history, and I carved you up plenty of times. 3 minutes into the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Sale lead it by 27 points. And Big Jack Leslie thumps it back in. It's a wobbly drop punt. Into the pocket it goes. Big spoil from Linton. Out the back. McKay at pace. Gave it to Martin. Kicked off the ground. He just couldn't gather it. Weatherall rushed it through under pressure. Another minor score. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard says 28 points now as they quickly play on. Get it to Walsh.
They do. Walsh wants to play on as well. Whack, another touch for him. Goes whack down the outside of the ground. Is that Blake Cooling? It is. Right half back flank. Couldn't quite find a teammate. And as a result now, it's a turnover. Lang, quick kick inside forward 50. Good contest, evens it up. They've got the numbers. McLaren's one of those numbers. Top of the square, Martin's got the set. Nice defence from Morwell. Nicely done from Wetherall. Gives ground, keeps possession, and Jacobson finds Sam Walsh.
Defensive back 50. Chiseling kick to Hillier, who marks on his chest. Got Bailey out wide. He'll go to him. He's got one over the top if Galea wants to stop and work back to him. He doesn't. Comes inboard to Quigley. In the end, it was a good kick. Quigley now goes out to Galea, who's still there. They've got one over the top. Campbell's the one. It's a wobbly kick. It's an ugly-looking punt. And Leslie says, I'll just quickly take it. I'll handle to a teammate and miss him. Doesn't matter because Hudson Holmes can fall over, stand up, kick around his body and somehow get it out to a 2-on-1 for the Magpies. Leslie was the 2. And he's able to pick it up, run away, kick to half forward. All of a sudden, the Magpies, it wasn't pretty. It's not great football, but somehow the Magpies get it to half forward. They drive it inside forward 50, gets over to the back. Tigers through Wetherall again. Hambles out wide to Cooling. He can turn around. He's got no one on the wing area. Has to run and carry. Tries to get it out wide towards Darnell Grech, who puts
Pushing
one
it
hand.
back.
He got a free kick.
Play on if he likes. No.
Oh, come on, Budgie.
Goes back to Darnell Grech, who can turn around and have a bit of a look. There's got a number inboard. It's Quigley. Does it find him? Not quite. On the toes. Coming the other direction there. Cooling picks
Nicely
it up
done.
at pace. Right foot kick. Open area. McDonald is behind Leslie. It bounces favourable for the Tigers. Can they get one here? Is it Lockie Ronke goes to ground. Rolls up and McAuliffe does well to cause the stoppage 15 metres out.
Okay, Martin's afternoon's done and dusted, fellas. He's come off to him and used the interchange bench. Looks like a right knee. That was heavily strapped as well. So hopefully everything's okay. It's just a precautionary thing.
Gresh gets the tap down, only goes as far as Hudson Holmes. He overruns the ball, still in the Morwell area, 20 metres from their goals. 6 minutes gone, final quarter. Morwell 6-7, 43. Sale 10-11, 71. Still a chance, but those odds extend as each minute goes by and they don't close the margin. Leslie gathers the ball, runs 15, kicks 45, should land in the arms of his opponent in Sam Walsh, so the Tigers will send it forward again. Just need to find a winner inside forward 50, and they won't do it doing that. They turn the ball over from the halfback flank, Jack Johnson. So he settles his side down, the visiting side, sitting fifth on the ladder. Wasn't sure what he might be doing then, but in the end he went short to Patrick Tainch, who gives it back. It's going to be cut off. It is cut off. This could be their best chance. Sam Walsh thumped the ball forward and then took the mark and then decided not to go on, but he'll kick the ball inside forward 50, 2-on-1 contest.
Yep.
All too easy, and Hudson Holmes takes an easy mark because of the work that Will Leslie did at ground level, keeping a Morwell opponent away from him.
Good work, Boxer, wasn't it?
Fantastic work, mate, and they've been fantastic, the defensive Sale this afternoon, especially with the amount of inside 50s that Morwell have had. You tried your best then, didn't you?
I might get an update on AFL in a moment because there's a few interesting scores.
Whitford drove it out towards Brad Descent.
What's he smiling at?
He's at the half-back flank. I'm just a happy guy, Nick.
Yeah.
Brad Descent looks up, now rolls around, gets called to play on, kicks it high towards the half-forward area. Leslie will compete. Whack was at front and square, handled over the top to Hillier. Hillier's handball forward to Musil. Can they get the run? Good hand in there by Descent. Lang swooped on it. Handball in towards to McLaren. The Magpies are away. They've got numbers everywhere. McGuinness to Whitehill. Whitehill's kick was smothered by Walsh. Nicely done. At ground level though, McLaren and Musil wrapped him up in the tackle. And we're going to stoppage now at half forward. Musil wanted that stopped.
1 point game in the AFL, Scud. Oh, it's full time. It's a 1 point win.
Two.
To the Bombers. 73 to 72.
So Musil
Wowee.
tapped it down. Gets out the back, has to do some groundwork again, and Leslie jumps on top of him. We're gone 8 minutes. The margin's still at 28 points. And for me, it's just about done. The big moments, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Don't forget the new Convention and Reception Centre now open. A stunning 300-seat function room.
There'll be 300 plus there tonight.
And I can confirm it's smart casual
smart
tonight,
casual.
so I'll be guessing.
What did I say, semi-formal?
I'll just go casually.
You will look good either way, Boxer. Don't worry about that.
Smart might be a test.
That's why I said casually.
McLaren from the stoppage from 50 metres, right foot kick, top of the square, 1-on-1, and Geordie Descent takes the mark. Too strong, too tall, and to seal the game, directly in front, 15 metres out.
We've got a fork. I think they're done.
Yes.
The Tigers.
Yes.
They put a fork in them.
So Geordie Descent margins at 28 points at the moment, directly in front. And the Magpies will wrap up fifth spot with this win. He puts it through the middle. Geordie's got 3 for the afternoon. And the Magpies are starting to build a little bit of consistency and form coming into the finals.
Yeah, just a bit.
There's just a bit, and they're overrun. They're just their running game this afternoon. They've just left the Tigers in their wake, and their turnovers from the Tigers have really kept Sale just peppering it away. So, just the repeat entries so far in this last quarter have just seen Sale really blow this scoreboard away.
34-point margin at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter, and the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, that advantage is to Sale, 11-11-77 to 6-7-43.
Leslie gets the tap, nicely done. Lang gets another touch, nicely done as well. Goes backwards to Lang, who kicks around the body. Johnny McGuinness, front position, hands to the ball, couldn't quite take it. Thumps it forward, looking for Ronke. He couldn't take it either. Ball held in, nice tackle. It was applied by Campbell Blewett. So inside Sales forward 50.
I might even try and get some North Gippy scores in for
Go
the
for it.
time, but you just keep going ahead, Poppy. Forward.
Thank you. McGuinness gets the tap. And he finds a teammate he can't, but he applies the tackle to keep the ball in the area, which is 50 metres from Sales goals.
All right, Hayfield 13-19-97 to Gormandale 2 straight. Rosedale 8-9-57 to Cower 8-10-58.
Musil with a big tap down. Whitehill was first out there. Thumped through by McAuliffe. Musil does well. Tapped it to Hillier. Forward handle to Bailey. Under pressure. Quick kick left. Half forward flank, but reading it better there was Freeman. And Freeman takes the mark across half back. The Magpies lead by 34 points. Kicks to the wing area. Leslie's the target. Hillier shepherded him out.
Yeah.
He had no other option but to do that.
He disguised it well.
Either way, he was going to get sat on. Leslie was going to take the mark.
TTU 17-9-111 to Glengarry 3 straight 18. And Churchill 5-15-45. They trail Yallourn North 7-11-53.
So Jack Leslie kicks towards half forward. Johnny McGuinness the target. Sport there by Blewett. Grand level Cooper Whitehill, and Jacobson wraps him up in the tackle. We've got a boundary throw in here. Magpies still got a few to come back in. You think Dane McGuinness will come into that side, into the ruck, you'd think. Ginnane, I should say, is not in this side. Cody Hennis played his first game for a long time since coming back from a broken leg. And that ball that should be holding the footy all day as Whitehill let it go. Squeezed a handball out there from Carlson. Has to go again and get it. Gives it to Musil to Cooling with a quick handball to Anderson. And he goes again, does Zach. Gives it to Carlson, left it behind. Whitehill at ground level again. And we'll get a stoppage right at the top of the 50. So the Magpies get a healthy list back in the next few weeks. We'll pretty much, with this win, wrap up fifth spot. Well, they will.
The 50 out. Leslie gets rid of Musil with a throw. Lang gets tackled by 2. Still can't dispossess him of the ball. Small but strong. Been skillful all day. Plenty of possessions. Quite possibly the best player on the ground. Need to come up with the best player on the ground for Harvey Norman. Also the Zambrero goal of the day.
He's up to 34.
34 touches. Nicely done, Hillier. Nicely done by him. Defensive 50, kicks to open space. One-on-one contest. Grest, the Morwell player in front. Doesn't get a favourable bounce, and now Holmes dances around 1-2, gets himself into trouble. Handball's out of trouble. And now Sale through Wallace from outside 50. Back to Holmes. He's hard to catch at the best of times. McLaren out the back. Push. Free kick goes the way of the Tigers. Came from McLaren. Will go to Walsh.
Walsh looks to the outer side. Whack presents. Ignored. They're all manned up at the moment. Wants someone to come at him. Decides to go directly down the middle. Come off the inside of the boot, but it went through the hands of Carlson. Back inside forward 50 for Wallace. Blewett has to do a little bit of spoiling work. Did well. Ground level though. While Leslie's kick was smothered. Jacobson works hard and Leslie goes again. And we'll have another stoppage.
I never had a problem in my day getting 34 possessions, Poppy.
No, you didn't.
No, only took me 4 games, though.
That's right.
Right? So,
yeah. 34 possessions for you would be 20 goals.
Oh, heaps.
Odd.
Leslie grabs it out of the ruck. Quick boot. It's going to go. The Zambrero. No, it's touched. It could have been our Zambrero goal of the day. We've had regulation goals all afternoon.
It could have been the Zambrero point of the day.
It could have been. It might just well be that. The margin's now 35 points on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
They come in for pretty firm, aren't I? Yeah. Tried to give me a rabbit punch. Got me in the wrong area. And then looked at me as if to say, geez, you're a lot stronger than what I thought. And you're probably right. The ball now through Hillier. Left. Oh, he nearly got a handle on it and then just... Oh, umpire's gone down. It's all happening. It's the Zambrero umpire down goal of the day.
No. He's Lang.
Half forward flank, right half forward flank. He's been good. 35. Goes to McGuinness. Good take. Just outside 50.
Too far out to score, you'd think, Pop.
Yeah, I'm starting to wheeze a bit. I've got a broken rib.
You weren't Zorko'd, were you?
No, well, no, wasn't. 2 hands for that. Now the ball taken. Nicely done. Sam Walsh plays on quickly to right back pocket where Wack, who's been probably having his best quarter, goes towards Gresham, the outer side of the ground, grabs the ball, left hand ball to Cooling. He's taken, gets rid of the ball nicely. Gresh gets rid of an opponent, takes ball, kicks 55. Or almost taking a nice mark, but coming forward again was Galea, who gives to Leake, and Leake inside forward 50. That's what we want to see more of. Tom Gray on the end of a beautiful piece of play by the home side.
Nice work then too by Josh Galea. A little chip kick away, didn't blaze, and didn't panic with the ball as well. So he set it up well from that wing, and it was a great little transition act there from the Tigers. A little bit too late for it, but now Gray needs to finish off the good work.
Just a youngster, first year into senior football.
Big future, I reckon, this kid's got.
Yep, he's a developing tall, plays centre half forward, full forward, directly in front. Knows how to kick goals. He needs to put this one through for his confidence. Lovely kick of the football, and it goes straight through the middle. The Tigers get there first of the quarter, but it's all too late. It's 15 and a half minutes gone into the last, and they still trail. Paul Carter.
By 29 points on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Sale 11-12-78, leading the Tigers, who are now 7-7-49.
We should mention as well too, in the North Gippsland Football League this morning, thirds player from Rosedale kicked his 100th goal for the season, young Lockie Spears. So congratulations to Lockie, and it's a magnificent
100, well done.
I think he's only a half forward flanker type player, so it's a fair effort.
Absolutely. Ball comes back to the middle. That might have been the Zambrero player of the day. We're going to find one.
Yeah.
Newsel tapped this one down.
Still got time.
Wallace was there. Quickly wrapped him up. We'll have another stoppage.
Might need to go just to the joke.
I wouldn't have thought so.
What? Tim's joke of the day last week was pretty good.
It was. I've got one about Pinocchio, I'll tell you later.
All right, that might be the joke of the day. Tapped down by Newsel. Ground level. Quigley does well.
Just... No, it's not the one about Tell Me Lies. It's another one.
Another stoppage again. This time Leslie tapped over the back. Nicely done to Johnson. Picked up by Carlson, though. And his handball was smothered. Get to the back of Wack. Took on 2 tacklers. That might be holding the footy. And it's Carlson handballed over his shoulder. But through the weight of numbers, Sale get the ball moving their way. And they win themselves a free kick at half forward. It's Jack McLaren in the end.
He's unlucky, Tyler Brown. He went to ground, and unfortunately the Sale player moved forward and got him high. So... it was all in that one act.
McLaren comes lateral a little bit. Lockie Ronke, he might even kick it from here. Now he goes short to Cooper Whitehill. And the midfielder rolls forward, takes a mark, top of the 50. Quigley mans it at the moment.
Well, he can't kick it, so he's going to feed it off somewhere.
Yeah, he hasn't got the distance.
Here we go.
Actually, he might be able to kick it. Handballs to Lockie Ronke. Unloads from 55. Not going to get the distance either. Big mark. No, not paid by Geordie Desson. Handballs to Lang. Gives it to McLaren. Left foot goal.
Once that touch, they're claiming touched.
Umpire says no, puppy. All clear. And Jack McLaren's all of a sudden got 3 goals as well to match Shannon Lang, and the midfielders are on fire today.
Yeah, they really are, Scott. And again, just a few errors on the Tigers' behalf again. But when you keep putting the ball in, repeat entries inside 50, eventually something's going to happen. And they've done that very, very well this last quarter. The Magpies had just dug another nail into the coffin.
Yeah, it's in opposition to the first 3 quarters. Sale have really won the inside 50s this quarter, 13-4.
Wow.
And that's now back to a 35-point margin on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard at the 18-minute mark of the final quarter.
Home of the new Samsung Galaxy series as well. Again, or just eluded Wallace there. Whitehill was there, though, to pick it up. Give a handball. Oh, no, it wasn't a handball. It was a drop on the ball in the end. So free kick goes to Bailey. As Bailey heads around onto the left foot, goes towards half forward. McDonald will be the target. In front spot, Hillier takes the mark.
It's one of the things about Morwell's
plays
game
on
today. Oh.
Quickly rolls around, right foot shot on goals, trying to get it back from right to left. Not enough. It's a minor score. 5 days only. Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy series and receive a gift card. Hurry. Offer ends on Monday at Harvey Norman Computers.
Morwell 7,850. Sale 12,1284.
Ball brought back in. Leslie grabs the ball. Will Leslie in defensive 50. Morwell's goal's 40 metres behind him. Umpire says play on. He's in no rush. Plays on short. Is that Freeman who gives it back to Leslie? No, he chooses Holmes instead. They're just winding down the clock. Still got plenty of time to go, mind you. You'd think 7-8 minutes. Holmes from the right half-back flank. Kicks to space. Does he find space? He'll find the boundary. You'd think he does. Cooper Whitehill grabbed ball, but it was on the wrong side of the boundary. So a boundary throw-in to take place. 19.5 minutes gone. The margin 34 points, favouring Sale, who will now hold 5th spot for finals in a few weeks' time. Lang, another little handball. Nicely done too. Found his teammate in Wallace. His kick towards half-forward flank. Stolen. Free kick's going to go Morwell's way. Blake Cooling on the bottom of the pack. Will get the ball. Looks right. No obvious model, but his kick is a beauty. Haven't seen a kick like that since his old man used to play. Tyler Brand takes a mark, plays on quickly, went for McDonald. Leslie gave him no room to move, but Morwell have got some options in forward. Hillier, left foot kick, or he should have made more of that. It
just the idea was there.
Fortuitously found a point.
The idea was there, but the kick just let him down.
7,951 Morwell, trailing Sale 12,1284. 20.5 minutes played of the final quarter.
Hudson Holmes. His stats for Traralgon Mazda.
Hudson Holmes, that's 6 for this quarter, 26 for the match.
Had a few that he has rolled in out of fullback as well, so we'll take a few off for that one as well. His kick this time found Leslie, who's been very good for the Magpies.
Just trying to help you out for tonight when you say surname.
Leslie goes down the line and Ryan Hearn takes the mark.
Lecchino.
How do you say your name in Italian boxer?
It is Lecchino.
Lecchino. So Hearn goes in towards Quigley, marks unopposed, turns around, Gray presents, gives a handball off to Anderson, tips it over the top, and diving for it is Brandon McDonald, and it's been paid.
It has it?
Yep, directly in front. And goes back. He'll be man on the mark about 40 metres out. He'll have a shot from about 45 directly in front. Brandon McDonald this afternoon has 2 goals for the Tigers.
He's 11 behind Brett Eddy for the start of the day.
21.5 minutes, final quarter. McDonald comes in and puts it over the goal umpire's head, straight over the goal umpire's head. He's got 3 for the afternoon, Boxer.
It's a good return, I think, considering they've only kicked 7 for the day. Was it 7 or the 8?
8 now.
8, sorry. And, yeah, I think he's contributed very well. I wouldn't take anything away. I think it's been a... I don't know if Leslie's got him just a touch, but contribute 3 goals is a good effort.
Right in the
Hard one.
hard one to pick.
It is.
Yeah.
Margin now 27 points in Sale's favour, 22-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard 12-12-84 Sale, Morwell 8-9-57.
So again, Darnell Grech in the middle, but Leslie taps it down and nearly does the groundwork. Well, he does his roving work as well. However, the umpire said, no, it's a free kick to the Tigers.
It's the first time I've seen the Tigers really run forward hard and spread hard for the whole afternoon.
Bailey's kick went to Quigley. Quigley continues down towards the top of the 50 where Linton can take the mark. And gets up. Has a look around. Right foot kick, top of the square it goes. Whack might fly over the back. Does it clear the pack? It was touched as on its way through. And it's a minor score. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard says
8-10-58 Morwell, trailing Sale 12-12-84.
Great work there by Max Linton too. He ran hard off half back once that free kick was awarded. Didn't get the first option, but then the second kick in, it was him. And they're unlucky not to get a goal out of all that.
So Lockie Rocky, which is very similar to Lockie Ronky, bring the ball back into play.
Do you reckon it's similar?
Yeah,
That's the dialect, isn't it?
it
Bob?
is, yeah. Like Latino and Lecchino. Half-back flank is where the ball is now. Leslie was the target, couldn't take the mark. 23 minutes gone, final quarter. The heat gone out of the game. Well and truly gone out of the game.
he's gone out of your game as well, Pop.
Yeah, yes, that's true. Whack grabs ball, he's grabbed, free kick paid. 2 Whack, right half forward flank. Kicks to the top of the square, nice mark. There we go. Josh Galea, he's kicked a couple today already. Got an opportunity to get another.
just sense a bit of flatness between you and Boxer in the last couple of minutes. Didn't go your way in the last at Flemington?
No, didn't have the third leg. Paid $48.
Didn't think so.
Very disappointing. Just got a message from the brother-in-law saying it's my fault. As Galea goes for goal, gets another. Well, stranger things have happened. In fact, I was involved in one. But Morwell edge a little bit closer.
Yes, they do, Pop. It's 20-point margin now at the 24-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard sees Morwell now 9-10-64, trailing Sale 12-12-84.
If Morwell win from here, I'll streak across the oval.
So we're going.
Come on, Sale.
No. I can see cars leaving already, just in anticipation if that was going to happen. They need to get a quick one, but Lang says, no, we'll stop this. I'll win the clearance, kick to half forward, and I'll kick it to Cooper Whitehill, who can take the mark. Lang's been enormous. Whitehill goes in towards Brad Descent. 1-2 bites and finds it. Takes the mark, 40 metres out, slightish angle.
It's happened all day. As soon as Morwell start to threaten, they answer.
Now, Brad Descent comes in. He has a couple this afternoon. No, he doesn't. Sorry, he hasn't kicked one. It's his brother, Geordie, who has 3. So he'd like to get back on the scorer's board. Now, the margin sits at 20 points at the moment. Big Brad Descent. Shannon Lang stats for Traralgon Mazda just quickly, Paul Carter, while we wait.
38 disposals now.
38 and 3 goals. This is some game. We're going to get him up, no doubt. He'll be our player of the day. Thanks to Traralgon Mazda. As Brad Descent looks to seal it for the Magpies if it wasn't already done. His right foot kick on the way. On the siren. Goes through. And the Magpies will play finals in 2023. They all rush to Brad Descent, who gets his first goal of the afternoon. But more importantly for the Magpies, that wraps up fifth spot. The Tigers season is done and dusted. And the Magpies now will look to get healthy. And you just never know. Last year's grand finalists, well, can they come from fifth spot and challenge some of these top sides? It's going to be an interesting finals campaign. We've still got a couple of weeks to go, of course. The Magpies win this one away from their home ground. Sale 13-12-90 have defeated the Tigers 9-10-64. You're listening to Gippsland Live. A quick break. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to have a chat to our player of the day, all the key stats, all the scores from around the grounds. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.